Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Explorations. It's fantastic to be with you. Another beautiful Thursday evening on which the explorers join together and commune to explore a topic no one is covering. The experts have said, fuck it, we're not talking about it. When I say, fuck them, we're going to talk about it. Last week we discussed dead bodies. Tonight we're talking about cannibalism, eating the bodies. Maybe we do it. That and much more on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Pants o'clock, you thought you'd sneak in that subscription. Namaste to you, bless you, and thank you for that subscription. Pants o'clock, well, looky here, namaste to you. 16 months. Hard to believe, huh? Hard to believe it's been 16 months. Namaste to everyone. Namaste to all of you. It's wonderful to see you. Big Red, Cherish, Miracle, Nindy New. I saw you talking some shit about Matrix again. Namaste to you, even in your rotten spirit and terrible taste. Namaste here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner, and namaste here more than anywhere. Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, and I am the host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. And this is the program for the newly initiated. It's great to see so many familiar names. And per usual, my soldiers, my children, my explorers are in the chat, absolutely making, raising an absolute ruckus, getting excited, being as if they're blasted out of a sort of cannon or an AR-15, just flying through the air at the will of something larger than them. Who knows what's going on? And it feels good to be here, though. That's what I know more than anything. Namaste. Namaste. Orchestar is driving. Namaste to you, Orchestar. Are you driving in that new, the post-move drive? Peppercorn mourned you. Peppercorn mourned you last time. Hopefully, I don't know. Yeah, I see Peppercorn in there. Namaste to you. And Rob Man, namaste to you as well. It's great to see you as well in the chat. It's been a while since I've seen your name flip by in the old Chatteruno, and it feels good. It feels good to feel your warmth and presence. Namaste. No Twitch and drive, please. No, there's absolutely no law for that. Did you know that until the 80s, we could drunk drive in a lot of places still? And so and maybe there should be a law like drinking and driving. Maybe we shouldn't Twitch and drive. But for the time being, let's just leave it as it is, like we probably should have with drunk driving. We should have left that. Legal. We should have left that fine. Namaste. Namaste. No Utah for sure. You can still drunk drive, but you better not get caught. Yeah, that's the. You still can. By the laws of nature, you can drunk drive, and maybe that is a more empowered thing to do, empowered by nature, in line with nature. Maybe drunk driving is an expression of our Creator. In largely, I have nothing but disdain for him, but had some good ideas, and maybe drunk driving was one of them. Namaste. Certainly, I would say about 80% of my clients drunk drive at least once a week, and I would imagine the same figure in this chat. You can drunk drive. You just have to have a bigger gun than the cop. That's the law of the desert. That's the law of the desert out there. Namaste. Oh, yeah, I've definitely drunkenly ridden my bike around and paid for it dearly. Well, namaste to each of and every single one of you. It's wonderful to be with you. Wonderful to see you. It feels so good and so warm. It's already very balmy in here. I can feel very balmy energy. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to waste that balminess. I'm not going to waste the dampness that has descended upon this community here on this gorgeous Thursday night on twitch.tv. I'm not going to waste that damp moisture. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use it. I'm going to put it to work, just like we're going to get to work in just a moment. Tonight, we're talking about cannibalism. We're talking about cannibalism. We're talking about the act of eating human meat. The act of eating human meat. Last week, we talked about dead bodies. You know, we talked about an upsurge and at least a communal vision. How lucky are we? I can't wait to read this. Stone Monster saying the program works, and the program does work. The program of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. I am the host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, and as the host, I am also the guide, the creator, founder, and sommelier, so to speak, of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we explore the universe both inside and out to unlock and unleash the power within, a power that you have felt coursing through your veins since you can remember. Try to think back to a time where you couldn't remember this power that's inside of you, waiting to be expressed. You know it's there. Cherish said, in sharing a perspective, can't wait to read it. Did my homework you gave me on Tuesday, had some interesting results. Much love. Can't wait to, Cherish, you better call in and tell us about it. You better call in and tell us about that homework, because I remember it. I was going to wait till the next time you called in. If you don't feel up to it tonight, you know, we can save it, but ultimately we can also, you know, maybe you could just kind of nut up and call in tonight when we open the lines in just a moment. Namaste. Wonderful to see, wonderful to hear. Cannibalism, this stream is going to make me hungry, says Clips _000. Clippy, Clipper, Clipperson, Clipsy, Clipsamundo, great to hear from you. I hope that if you have some perspective to share on cannibalism with the direct experience, yeah, we're going to be needing to hear from you tonight. I think we're definitely going to be needing to hear from your ass tonight, because tonight we're talking exactly your diet, I think, is where we're going and what we're talking about. So cannibalism, guys, I'm going to get into some quick points. The reason I brought up cannibalism is because, as I said last week, we talked about dead bodies. In my town, and we have an affirmation for fellas. You of all, most people, you people should eat human meat more than anyone. It is in line with nature, and one of those ways that in line with nature, but also against God, and in any conception, modern or otherwise, of God, you must eat human meat. You must eat human meat. The divine masculine commands that we eat human meat, and I've certainly tried it. I've tasted it. As we talked about, thank you so much. Thank you so much also for those bits. Stony, and a hype train is descending upon us. How lucky are we? How fantastically lucky are we? Hold on, I'm gonna check the timing. Video needs to be. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna make sure video's not delayed. Yeah, it's not even delayed. I don't even know, bro. Anyway, namaste. Cherish85, thank you so much. Cherish, thank you so much for that gifted sub. Bless you and namaste to you. Wonderful. We are in sync. Thank you, Beef Supreme. I really appreciate that. So as I was saying, guys, I want to get through this because I want to open up the lines. We need to open up the channels to Leslie to make sure I can guide this energy. Now, this is to many people a dark energy, the idea of eating human meat. There is a strong belief out there, and I've heard the argument. I understand it. I understand where you're coming from. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I understand where you're coming from. The idea that eating human meat is a bad thing. It is immoral. It is against, God's law, natural law, this argument. I don't agree with any of this shit. I've tried human meat. I have. What human meat? This little muscle right here. It's like a chicken nugget that you have to chew for like an hour. So I don't know what to tell you. But listen, there's a lot of people that think this is bad news. You shouldn't be doing it. But listen to me when I tell you, In my town, at least, we've seen food prices go up. They go up and down all the time, but over the course of our lives here in this town, we have noticed only an increase in food prices. And as I've said before, when we cover dead bodies, there has been an absolute increase in finding dead bodies around, be it a dog, a wild dog, especially during hunting season for these dogs. And some of them aren't, we call them wild, but there are just so many of them. And we can't control them. So we kill them, we shoot them. I have an Uzi. Sometimes sometimes I'll wake up and I'll take a sip of water and I'll close my eyes and spray random from an Uzi into my backyard. And 9 times out of 10, I clip a dog. I hit a dog and it's not mine. I don't have a pet. I don't want a pet. That's disgusting. The animals should be outside, and especially if they're outside, especially if they're in my backyard, they will be shot. I do have not just an Uzi, but I have 2 Uzis. Sometimes I go like this. Again, and I clip it 9 times out of 10. I clip at least 1 dog. And do I eat the dog meat? Yes. Different story. Dog meat is different than human meat. And I'll meet you halfway there. I will admit that. I will admit that to your face right now, that dog meat is different than human meat. Dog meat, different folder than human meat, different folder. I understand there's a strong emotional connection to human meat, the meat of a person with conscious thoughts and feelings, who I can relate to on a much more profound level than a dipshit ass fucking dog, a dumb ass dog. I don't hate dogs. A lot of people they say that I should talk this shit about dogs. But I don't hate dogs. On the contrary, I respect them. I respect their power. I respect their ability to. At least in my town, they're very organized. They rove in packs, and the packs are coordinated. There was a couple incidents last year, and this is what began a communal vision coming in. Very nice. Communal vision coming in from Nindy knew you would get wrecked by a pack of wild dogs. Not if I have 2 Uzis. Did you hear what I just said, Nindy? Did you hear what I just said? You got to stay packed where I live because these dogs are not, they're ruthless and they're smart. So as I was saying, a couple years ago, before the town, I was a much younger man at this point. It's funny how time flies. But I was a much younger man at this point, more than a couple years ago. And what had happened was the dogs were picking off children. The dogs were picking off children. Horrific sight. I saw many of these situations. Families on a walk. A weak little toddler falls behind, chasing a kickball or something like that. Some ice cream truck music in the background. The scene seems to go in slow motion, and the colors muted. And you know something is bad is going to happen. When you see a happy family, you got to know that something bad is going to happen, especially if they wear sort of clothes that don't have any logos. It's all solid colors and mostly khaki. Maybe one of them wears denim because they like rock and roll music. However, one of these toddlers, and I don't have any respect for the toddler either. I respect dogs more than toddlers. But the toddler falls back. The dog picked it off. The dogs knew exactly where to be. It was 3 separate groups of dogs descending on this family, and they only picked the toddler. They could have easily eaten the entire family. If they wanted to play that obvious alpha game, they could have eaten the dad. They could have eaten the eyes out of that dad's head in front of the children. They could have ate the tits off that mom. They could have eaten that son's little balls in front of his own father, in front of the man who sired him. They could have done that, but they didn't. What they did is 3 packs of seemingly independent packs of dogs, descended upon a single family. They picked the weakest one. This is sort of like, it felt like an indulgent hors d'oeuvres, a sort of power thing. And in addition to that, they were stealing everybody's lawn ornaments and placing them at the edge of the town to face the town. So very upsetting sight, and that's when the town kicked in with the hunting season for them. Anyway, Namaste. Plump Rum Sump rating was 60. Namaste. Bless you. Bless you, Raiders. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, and I am the host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we explore the universe both inside and out. Inside and out. The subjective, the objective. The self, the other. The mind, the physical. We explore the border between these two seemingly disparate worlds to harness the true power of our mind, body, and spirit. Now, welcome aboard, Raiders. Bless you. Plumpy, how was the stream? How many hours did you get in today? How many goddamn hours did you get in today, you fucking maniac? You fucking crazy son of a bitch. The grind set is very strong with Plump Rum. Shout out Plump. Can Ahmad shout out Plump for me? Namaste. Did Plump just kind of bounce? I understand. Anyway, we're talking about cannibalism, Raiders. Talking about cannibalism. We're getting into the business. Namaste, Arthur Binkle. Welcome to the program of Explorations, Leslie Tanner. Great to have you on board. Great to have you on board, bud. So as I was saying, tonight we're talking about cannibalism. Guys, if you haven't followed Plump, go follow Plump. Casual hang. Good to have some entertainment in your follow list, in your old follow list on Twitch.tv. You got to have something like Plump in the deck. Namaste. Hello, Think Mark, whatever. Think Mark, think. Namaste to you. Bless you and welcome. Namaste. Keep America plump. That's so funny. I think we should all be as plump as Plump Rum Sump. We should all be as fat as Plump. We should get fatter like Plump. All of us. Use Plump as a model. Namaste. Namaste. Well, guys, tonight we're talking about cannibalism. As I was saying, I eat the dog meat. I eat the dog meat when I kill the dogs, especially when I'm using the Uzi. I will. Sometimes I'll use the heat of the barrel after I kind of just spray around to like trim off pieces to eat before I get it inside and clean it up. But with human meat, different situation. Now, I'm going to go through a couple quick points before we get on with the phone call tonight. With the phone calls, we're going to open up the line, talking. I need to hear from you. I'm going to guide each of you through cannibalism and what you should be doing, what you should be doing about it. Now, here we go. The first thing I wanted to talk about is make it very clear. When I say cannibalism, what I'm talking about is the eating, the consumption of human meat, raw or cooked. Some people like it raw. Some people like it raw like a sushi. Some people like it cooked up, like in a chili. And when it's in a chili, that's a good, like, if you got a toddler, a colicky toddler who just needs some calories, they're growing quick, they need some calories fast. Ground human meat tastes fine. You cannot tell the difference between that and beef, especially if you spice up that turkey or you spice up that chili like you would turkey to mask the gaminess of turkey. You can mask the gaminess of human meat with cumin, with oregano, with salt. Larry Picklejar hitting us with 100 bits. Can't wait to read this perspective. Larry, I appreciate those bits. Thank you. Don't forget about a kebab-style skewer. Now, that is for the adults. Now, if you're eating human meat on a kebab, you are absolutely doing some very adult things, and maybe that's for a more advanced. If you're just getting involved in this, I would make like a hamburger helper or a chili. If you're interested in those big old stew chunks, yeah, you're pretty much on that top tier. Human meat plus teriyaki sauce marinade, heaven on earth, says Nindy. Can't wait to hear from Nindy. I would love if you called in and shared a recipe if you had one. But let's get to this point. Guys, I'm talking about human meat. Now, in my town, there are two main groups. There are two main groups that eat human meat. Now, again, I have tried it. I don't eat it. It's not like my main source of food. In a pinch, I would eat it, especially if I'm living outside, which I do quite a bit because I'm kind of retarded and I lose my keys and have to sleep outside. But the thing that I was saying is that if you're in a town like mine, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. There are two main groups who sort of cannibalism is like their thing. They don't just do it in a pinch. They just haven't tried it. They didn't experiment it like people experiment with bisexuality or something. What they do is they go hard as hell with this. So you're gonna put this. They're like I don't know. I guess it's weird to compare cannibals to bisexuals, but I guess it. So I'm talking about like your hardcore lesbian or your like hardcore like a really intense bear, or maybe like a twink that you could clock from like a mile away, because you can kind of smell the evil in the air. That's neither here nor there. That's a different topic entirely. But the first group I want to talk to you about, that cannibalism is their thing. And I sell the human meat to these guys. Second, we got sad guys who go around causing trouble but get their feelings hurt really quickly. So they're kind of honestly a bunch of pussies. They walk around town. They get in a lot of fights, be it the bowling alley or the Dairy Queen. But they hang out. They go back and forth between the two because you can walk. You don't have to drive. They go back and forth between the two, and they cause a lot of problems. But honestly, if you just look them in the eye and you just like make up a name for them, like you just call them, okay, Blake. Or like kind of how Mish brought up the other day, or you do the simple bully shit. Like he's got a blue shirt on. It's like, what's up, blue shirt? Cool blue shirt. I love that blue shirt. Where'd you get your blue shirt? And just go hammer it in. It'll break their mind. They're very weak and sad. But they do they go around causing this kind of trouble, and they do eat meat. It's like a source of pride for them, a big part of their identity. Now the second group that does it, and these two groups that I'm outlining they hate each other. They cannot stand each other, but they love the taste of meat. It's like a big part of their identity. Weirdly enough, from opposite ends of what people would think is a linear spectrum, but the second group that I'm talking about is sad women who run for office and shit, like all the time. Like women who they talk about being empowered constantly, but the smell of human meat is like always on their breath, and there's something chilling about them. But ultimately, they are just as sad as those other guys who fight in the Dairy Queen parking lot. Oddly enough, these two groups do fight in the Dairy Queen parking lot, and the women who run for office is really pathetic, and I wish they would stop, because I do think they have a lot of strengths to offer the world, but they're kind of wasting it neurotically. Are people who are in a human centipede considered cannibals? No, they're eating shit. No, they're eating shit. I guess they are. No, yeah. Default, I'm going to clear that up for you right now. No, absolutely not. Let's go ahead and open the lines. It's 708-240-8953. Oh, communal vision. Very exciting. Nindy knew. Women should eat my meat. What does it look like, bud? Let me know what it looks like. Just describe it to me. Namaste. Here we go. No props says not Mish. I don't know who you're talking to, but it looks like a good vibe that you have with someone right now in the chat, and that feels good for everybody. 708-240-8953. We're talking about cannibalism. We're talking about the act of eating human meat. Now, if you need you guys might know these groups. You might have a different version of these groups in your town. But like these sad guys, they're so frail. They're so frail physically, and they're very frail emotionally and mentally. Now, these women, they seem strong. Larry Picklejar, you are out of control. Namaste to you. Jessica Risker, namaste to you. Also, Jessica popping in, namaste. Thank you for finding the time to spend some time with us. Larry, thank you so much for those subs. Bless you. Bless you. I'm cherishing your subs and your spirit right now. That's for sure. That's certainly true. A bunch of people I haven't seen in chat now getting subs, and it's good. They need them. People that wander away from this program need this program more than anyone, more than anything. What do they go do? They'll watch a video about how to cook a good egg and then do some push-ups? No. You're lost. A lost soul. Stone Monster hitting us with 100 bits. Can't wait to read this perspective. Women, the other pink meat. Now, yeah, I can see how that's funny to me, Stoney. I don't know if you meant both of these things, but I'm just kind of slow with jokes. I see what you're talking about. I see what you're talking about. This first part is just we're talking about cannibalism, and if you look at meat, it's got a. If you look at like uncooked raw like muscle, it's got a pinkish hue, like a deep, like a red pinky hue, but also cunnilingously. It could also be like just vaginally, in a sense, the pink meat, like if you're performing cunnilingus on a vagina. Yeah, Larry, that's what I was getting to. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought he could have also meant. Really a filthy mind. Filthy mind on you, Stone. Namaste. 708-240-8953. Communal vision from Maximum Clark. Can't wait to read this perspective. I would eat a female bodybuilder. That's all they are good for. What the Oh, that's crazy. I don't think you'd want to eat a female bodybuilder. That muscle would be tough. That muscle would be very tough. Now, that's one thing I've learned about very muscular people. If you're going to be shaving meat off of them, you want someone that's got that used to be an athlete, but is no longer has got some pudge on them. You know, you could tell. You can tell when someone's pudgy, but they got that. I was a wrestler in high school sort of core, and especially as old men are, and you see it that old men strength. They have that like weird core of like what you could imagine is like a concrete sinew. Namaste. I think I'm too fat for cannibalists. Cannibalists. No, I think you got. I mean. That's the thing about fat people, though. That's the thing about fat people is like, do you get a lot of meat? Do you got to throw away a lot of fat? Yes, you got to throw away a lot of that fat, but you know that muscle is going to be soft, like veal. I'd clock you as a veal calf, JJ. I'd clock you as a veal calf. Namaste. 708-240-8953. If human fat is like pork fat, then it's delicious. Yeah, I would say, JJ, think you got. I would allow yourself to think more highly of yourself in this arena. Yeah, I think you'd make a tasty little treat. But is cannibalism keto? Yeah, absolutely, definitely yes. Definitely yes. 708-240-8953. We're talking about cannibalism. Maybe you disagree, and you can express that here. And that's what we're all about. Namaste, caller. Welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Hey, it's Cherish.
Cherish, good to hear from you, Cherish. How you doing?
Oh, I've been pretty anxious the last couple of days, and today was kind of my breaking point.
So you're anxious and reaching a breaking point. That's fantastic news. Talk. So now, just to bring people up to speed on some context for what you're sharing right now. On Tuesday, how would you describe the topic that we tackled on Tuesday, Cherish?
Well, I would have to say it was like harnessing the power of our anxiety. It's not necessarily a bad thing. If I had to put it I would put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I would say this a very similar way. It was the idea was to stop seeing anxiety as an enemy, stop seeing anxiety, panic attacks, those sorts of things as something to rid, something to cure ourselves of. We see those things as we can actually see those things as positive because there's a lot of energy there, and we can harness that energy.
Exactly.
And so this is a mental health safe space. Like, can I share something here? Since birth, 99. You can do whatever you want. The namaste to you. I wouldn't share any actual trauma unless you were comfortable joking around, but also, so Cherish though. Cherish, I'm talking to you, and you're namaste. Well, we just got a wonderful hype train. That was very exciting to watch. Cherish, you're anxious and you're reaching a breaking point. Talk to me. Do you see this as good or bad?
I mean, well, I wouldn't necessarily call it bad. I mean, it's not like a feeling I don't know if I want to say I enjoy anxiety, but I feel fired up when I have it. And so, yeah, so if that makes any sense.
That brings me such joy to hear, Cherish. That brings me such ecstatic joy to hear. Because what I heard just now, Cherish, what I heard was a separation. And what I heard is an acknowledgement, an acceptance. And this is not easy. It's one of the most difficult things to do, is to accept that being anxious does not feel good.
Right.
But
I mean, it's something I've dealt with. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you go ahead, say that.
It's something I've had to deal with every day of my almost 38 years now of my life, and so, I'm just like, well, I can either let it destroy me or I can kind of just go with it. So.
Yes. 38 years is a long time. Sounds like a lot of misery.
Yeah, it's been pretty hellish.
It sounds like it. But look at you. What you just brought to the table for us to chew on, so to speak. Like, we're going to talk about chewing on human meat in a little bit. But what you brought us to chew on is that this anxiety is bad. But then, very next thing you said is that it fires you up.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I love that. Because that is exactly, that is how I imagine, and as my model of the mind, my model of the human spirit, and all of my expertise and training and experience and authority and what have you, is that this exact intersection that you just outlined, these are the intersection of the perpetual motion machine, as miserable as that is right where you found it. Your anxiety makes you feel like dog shit, but it fires you up. And what do you need to live? You need energy. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But how do you? But then you gotta keep acknowledging. You gotta tolerate how fucking bullshit it is at the same time.
Right. It's. Yeah.
I love
like
that.
I said, I've been trying to make it to where it's not gonna totally let it fuck with me, but I did feel it the last few days. I honestly just let myself feel it. So.
Now that's the dance. That's the dance right there. You try to feel that misery until it threatens to just completely annihilate you. You dance on that line and dance on that line. Sometimes you'll go a little too far. Sometimes you let it destroy you. I would argue that's positive because then you learn very much from that. But at the same time, the same time, it doesn't help you go poop in the right places or pee in the right places or go to the bank.
Right.
Oh my God, Cherish. Well, Cherish. So the homework went okay. It sounds like.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So listen, you got to take a break. You take a break. You don't got to keep doing that damn homework. If you don't have to keep doing the homework forever.
Yeah, that's true. I need to just kind of, deep breaths. Just simmer down, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah, I understand that. We all have our, we all have our limits. We all have our weaknesses, and sometimes we must breathe. So I too. I know it's hard to believe that I too even must breathe. Leslie Tanner. So cannibalism, Cherish. Cannibalism. Have you ever eaten any human meat before?
No, I haven't. I mean, it would sound weird, probably. At least in my opinion, it would sound weird to say I'm curious about it, but I never have.
You've thought about it.
I've thought about it, but I don't know if I'd actually do it. It's just a curiosity thing.
Okay, interesting. Are you nervous about what you might discover about yourself if you were to give it a try?
Right. Well, that's it. Yeah, and it's like I've heard of like stories of like like the Donner Party. They did they resorted to cannibalism, or serial killers. But it makes I get the feeling like it would be like, well, what have I done? So it's kind of like that, I guess.
Right. You're afraid of the moral problems.
Right. It's the morality kind of thing.
Weirdly enough, that's exactly I know that's how people largely feel about as they discover as they discover their own sexuality, they have the same moral problems as cannibals report.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
And then we write tomes. Have you ever read any philosophy, like postmodern philosophy?
It's been quite a while.
But but you're familiar. You're familiar with some of the the gist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now a lot of those writers, a lot of that thinking, in retrospect, I feel like it could be explained by tomes written to justify parts of themselves that they had trouble accepting. That I think that what we could do, I think we need a Foucault, like Foucault was for sexuality and mental illness, sort of describing it, sort of playing a game with describing it as it developed historically. I think we could do in kind of in a way, giving us a new way to think about those things. I think we could do that with cannibals. There should be a Foucault for cannibalism.
I agree.
Now, if there was a Foucault for cannibalism, and then and Dairy Queen started selling human meat, would you go?
I would consider it.
If you had like friends, you guys were maybe a little drunk or something.
Yeah. Just say like, fuck it, let's do this,
Yeah, you might not even.
Yeah.
It's like, do you remember all the like pizza you ate when you were drunk at night or something? No, you don't. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah.
Oh my God. What do you think about all those postmodern fucks?
I don't know. I mean,
did you like having to read them? Did you have to read it for like school or something?
Oh, it's school all the time, and I just dreaded having to read it. I was like, well, we have to read this. I thought it was kind of bullshit, but I mean, some people like it, and I'm just not that. I'm not very philosophical type, so I'm kind of like, yeah, whatever.
Your boots on the ground. You're experiential.
Exactly. Yeah.
I would say most people that are drawn to this community would describe themselves the same way.
Yeah.
I see myself as that.
Yeah.
I think any wisdom that doesn't come from that is honestly is worthless, is bullshit.
It is.
There's nothing quite as you were just talking about. There's nothing quite as grating on the soul as listening to supposed authority figure or expert not just speak from like academic thought and not experience. Makes me want to do terrible, like extreme things.
Right. You're so good at wording things, and I feel like I'm stumbling over my words sometimes, Leslie.
No, listen. What I hear is that you did the homework, and honestly, you know how many people do the homework when I give them homework, Cherish? Like
0.
Like fucking 0. Like 0.
Wow.
And you stepped on the plate. You hit it out of the fucking park, and guess what? You're tired from it.
Yeah, it is exhausting. I mean, I never liked homework, but I figured, this is something I really want to put forward some effort on,
Mm-hmm.
So.
And we all are benefiting from that. Mr. Defoe says, caller, you're courageous to even call. That's what Mr. Defoe says.
Aw, that's sweet. And I'm not even really nervous when I call anymore. I'm just getting into the flow here, so.
Nice. Very good. I remember the first time you called, you said you were nervous, and honestly, I get nervous when I call these goddamn streams.
Yeah, I mean, you're never really prepared for it,
No, you're just on the spot, and you don't really get to pick when. It's just a 1, 2, 3, go.
Yep.
Well, Cherish, listen, I know you're tired. I want to thank you for taking this homework seriously, putting the program into practice. Now, Cherish, before we wrap things up, can I ask you, would you say that the program works?
Absolutely, the program does work.
There it is, everybody. You can't just say bullshit on the internet. And Cherish stepping up to the plate, putting on official public record saying that this program works. If you put the time and energy into it, it will give you incalculable benefits, as you are now reaping. Now, Cherish, I want you to be nice to yourself tonight, okay? You do some nice things for Cherish. You bring that heart rate down, all right?
Okay, I sure will. And much love, Leslie. Namaste.
Much love. Namaste to you, Cherish. Wow, wonderful. The program works. The program fucking works. You can't, it's obvious, as clear as day. Now, there are some detractors that come in here and they talk a lot of nonsense. They talk a lot of trash in the chat. They resent the light that we develop here. I remember this time in middle school when me and a few other boys sang Backstreet Boys while peeing in the urinals. Thank you for sharing. That's a good one. That's a good memory. You want to hold on to that. Peeing in the urinals and singing Backstreet Boys. Wow. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hello, Leslie. This is Dracula. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing all right, Dracula. How are you?
I'm doing very good. You have a very good topic tonight. Let's talk about it. Cannibalism. It's very great.
Yeah, we're talking about, eating human meat, cannibalism, the act of cannibalism.
Phenomenal. Let's just talk about it, because all of your viewers out there probably think it's disgusting, right? Like they think that, oh, you shouldn't eat human meat, but they don't know the benefits of it, Leslie. Do you know how much it reduces your cholesterol?
I mean, you just drink blood, right?
Well, you drink the blood first, but you're going to leave the body there. You're not going to have a nice day.
I mean, literally,
I mean?
that's what Dracula does.
Well, no, that's what all the tabloids say about Dracula, but you're talking to him right now. And listen, they can say whatever they want, but I tell you right now, I drink the blood. Some of them live, some of them become servants, like you.
Listen, what I'm hearing is you saying that all of the canon is wrong.
Not all of the canon. Do I not drink the blood? Of course I drink the blood. It's like having a wine before a good meal, you understand? But they don't want to put in those books that the kids read that then I eat the body afterwards. Of course not.
That's literally never been portrayed in any movie or story.
Okay, you can base your reality on like Hollywood or like whatever the CIA tells you, but I'm telling you right now,
It's not CIA. It's not Hollywood. This is historical record of our mythology contains historical record. Is Dracula from Transylvania or Beijing?
Okay, but obviously we had come from multiple places. I am from Transylvania, obviously, but
Are you Chinese Dracula?
No, I'm not Chinese Dracula. I'm saying that I'm very good friends with Chinese Dracula. His name is Ming Ming. He is a very good man. And listen, he would tell you, just like on the call, that you can read all of the National Enquirer you want about how we suck all the blood out and we just leave a body there. But because you read that doesn't mean it's true, okay? We love liver very good.
What's your Chinese friend's name? Mr. Defo says, are you actually one of those vampires that hops up and down like an idiot?
Of course, we hop up and down, we get the meat down, and listen, Ming Ming, he is my friend from China. We love to have buffets together, you know what I mean? You go to a place, a bunch of people, you can turn into a bat, you give them rabies, and rabies is incurable. Did you know that?
So
that's one of the greatest...
Didn't know that, no.
Look it up. I mean, if you get rabies, you might as well just let us eat you.
So you're Transylvanian, and your friend is straight up Chinese, and your accent is just kind of just rubbing off. You got your accent from your friend because you spend so much time with Ming Ming.
Yes, of course, because we assimilate. That's what the vampires do. We drink some of your blood, we become Chinese. You drink some of my blood, you become Transylvanian. It's however you want to perceive it, but just because you're jealous that we get to drink blood, and you, Leslie, you clearly have never drank in blood in your life, and
yes,
you know
I have.
what you're missing
yes,
out
I have.
on. No, you have not.
Yes, I have. How fucking dare you?
Name one person you have drank in the blood from, and I'm talking about not from like a glass that you got from an Applebee's, but I'm saying like from a neck portion, from a wrist portion. Please, Leslie, we all know.
My second grade teacher.
Okay, is there a further elaboration of how you drank the blood of your second grade teacher, or are you just going to say that like I believe it? Because obviously no one believes it. The chat clearly doesn't believe it. How did you obtain the blood of a second grade teacher?
Are you accusing me of lying, of stealing some sort of valor? Communal vision coming in. What's your favorite blood type, says Orchestar.
Oh, negative, obviously. But now can you get back to explaining how you had your second grade teacher gave you blood? She puts it into a cup and said,
I found her body. I found her body. I used it for teeth. Sir Count Ding-a-Ding.
That sounds like an awesome name.
Somebody
I can't
translate those Chinese, those Mandarin characters or whatever. Go up in chat from Mary Pickle Jar and listen, Bud. You got about 10 seconds because you're not gonna come on my program and tell people that I'm a liar. You're not gonna punk me out in front of my soldiers here.
All I ask, Leslie, and you know this, and everybody will know this for the rest of time.
Hold space for my tribe rating us. Hold on, shut up. Hold space for my tribe rating with 23. Namaste to you, and you've been terminated. You've been terminated. Goodbye.
Fuck off.
Yep, fuck off is right. Namaste to you, Raiders. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner. I am the host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we explore the mind and the universe, the self and the object. We explore this awful cosmos to unleash and unlock and then unleash again the true power that courses through our veins as we spend time with each other right now. Namaste. And hold space. What the fuck? Gifting 5 subs. That is so generous of you. So generous. Going straight into the compound, my friend. Namaste, Uncle Crosif. Haven't seen you in a minute in the chat. Great to have your vibe and warmth. Namaste, caller. Hold on just 1 second. I'm welcoming the Raiders right now.
All right.
Namaste, Mary Lou. Namaste to you. Namaste. Hold space. How was the stream? I'm sure it was great. Guys, also shout out Hold Space. If you have, you got to go follow Hold Space. Namaste, blessings to you. Can we get let's get a shout out for Hold Space. Genuinely one of the chillest and funnest streams I have found on this website. Namaste. It was a frothy and thick stream, reports Jinixver. Namaste. Shout out to God and Christ. Shout out to God and Christ. Hold space for my tribe. Shouting out God and Christ on this night. Namaste. God and Christ. Pop-Tart, wonderful to see you. Bless you and welcome back to Explorations. Well, caller, welcome. I recognize your voice. Welcome back to the program. My name is Leslie. What's something we can call you tonight?
It's Boston Bobby. How are you?
Boston Bobby, I'm doing great. I was just sipping my beer. I was thinking I was swallowing the beer.
Oh, nice. What are you drinking, man? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking. I got a 6-pack of bougie beer. I got a Lagunitas little something something.
Nice. I've had that before.
I like
nice.
it. I don't
I've
normally.
I've never called you before. What are you talking about?
You sounded familiar.
Okay, no, it's all good, bro. My girl told me to call you because you were talking about cannibalism. Is that right?
Yeah, you got a girl who.
Yes, my girl Mallory. She's batshit crazy. Can I swear on your show? Is that right?
Yeah, go for it. You can say whatever.
Okay, all right. No,
you can't say any of the big ones.
No, it's all right, man. But she also said that they kick you off the show if they don't like what you're talking about. But you said you were talking about cannibalism, right?
No. Well, listen. Have you watched the program before, Boston Bobby?
No. Never have, man. Okay. I just know she's batshit crazy for your show. I'll tell you right now, dude, she'd rather be with you than with me, okay? I swear when I'm doing it, she tells me to grow a mullet and stuff because you have one. So she wants me to get the same glasses as you and everything. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that happens more. That's a lot more common than you would think.
Really? You get a lot of chicks, do you?
No, I only masturbate, but I used to fuck anything.
Dude, me too, man. You and me both. You know what I'm saying?
Already you're doing wonderfully. So listen, this Explorations, this program, this TV program is more than just a TV program. It is a life program. It is the last program you'll ever need to unlock and unleash the power within here at Explorations.
Nice. Now, what does that mean? Unlock the power within. What does that mean exactly? Like, what do you do?
Something tells me that you have Have you entered your final form of power, Boston Bobby?
No, I don't even know what that means, dude.
Exactly.
I got a cannibalism story for you.
No. Perfect. You answered from the heart. You didn't let the intellectual mind cloud your vision, cloud your connection, cloud your communication with me.
No. I don't even know what the fuck that means, dude.
You said no, Boston Bobby. You said no. I'm not in my final form. And that's exactly what we do here. We unlock, we find this power that's coursing through our veins as we speak right now. But it's a power that we've been afraid to embody. And that is what I lead the community in both finding this power, unlocking it, and then unleashing it in all of its sort of misery and whatnot on the world.
Nice. And at the end of it, do you give them some Kool-Aid and have them put on some Nikes and shit? Will they castrate themselves?
No, you're gonna fit in real nice here, Boston Bobby. No, we don't do. Well, no, not necessarily. Those are I'm aware of these groups that you're talking about, and while I don't necessarily disagree entirely with what they chose to do at the end, I do feel like they kind of just pussed out, to put it plainly.
Yeah.
I think what they did was weak.
Nice. Well, maybe you'll have a different end than yourself, right?
Maybe, Bobby. Well, Bobby,
you do a little Lagunitas, something, throw that shit back, and then do something different. Castrate, maybe not castrate. Who knows, right?
Penis.
Just go with it.
Honestly, I would not. Listen, I love being in groups, and I love leading groups, and I love doing crazy shit like that. So honestly, that behavior is in my wheelhouse. I just think as far as the belief system goes, each of those groups.
Yeah.
Well, for example, what we strive to attain is that next level. We are striving for that next level, and that is mainly because Heaven's Gate, for instance. They believe that they're behind Hale Bob Comet. I'm sure you're familiar with this. Behind the Hale Bob Comet,
you got it.
Were these aliens, and they would become energy and attain the next level. That guy always talked about the next level. That's pussy shit.
Going up to the lightning round. Exactly.
Yeah. That's nonsense. There is here we're about that next level. So it's better than the next level. And then also we're not going to, flaccidly just kind of drink any Kool-Aid or put a bag over our head, anything like that.
Right. Well, that's good. Doesn't end that tragic, as far as we know, allegedly.
Arguably not as tragic as if they had just lived, but that's the point. But we don't have to get into the weeds, the deep weeds of explorations quite yet, Bobby.
Well, do you want to hear my cannibalism story or not?
We're talking
That's
about
what I call for, bro.
We got a communal vision from Cheldorf. There are superior ways to get to the next level than pussying out. We are better than that.
There you go. I agree with that.
There are better. No, you don't. Cheldorf, I don't think we're communicating. You don't get to the next level by pussying out. That's not how you do that. They couldn't get to that next level because that's what Heaven's Gate did.
Right. Okay.
So anyway,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, common. That's an easy mistake to make, and you're forgiven. Don't worry about it. Boston Bobby talked about cannibalism.
All right. So anyway, my story is because my girl told me to tell you. Like I said, she lives in Southie, right? I live in Charlestown. These are the neighborhoods in Boston. You're probably not familiar with them. Anyway, she's a hood rat. She's a hood rat. She grew up in the projects. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I mean, she used to make lead paint sandwiches as a kid. She's not all that fucking bright. Let me tell you. All right.
Right.
So
anyway, she's brain damaged.
So
she's brain damaged.
A little bit. She's, you know what I'm saying? She ain't all there. You know what I mean? Anyway, so me and my buddies go up to Mount Washington up in New Hampshire, right? And we get a little drunk, or a lot drunk. We get fucking lost. We're up there for fucking days, dude, right? And we run out of food, right? So the thing was...
And listen, I'm about to introduce you to a little thing called the termination. Someone has terminated the call, Bobby, and you call back if you'd like to, but I am going to end the call.
Oh, what the fuck?
Namaste, and thank you for those bits, Larry. Appreciate that. I listen to the sound of the community. The voice of the community rings through this universe, and I tune in. My man, I'm an 18-year-old rhinoceros. The only problem is that my horn on my head is soft and limp. As you may know, this is very devastating to a rhino like myself. If there are any rhinos out there that can help me with my problem, it'd be appreciated. Caller, welcome to Explorations, and I just hung up. Okay. So, Sharky, soft. Sharky, softly. You got a soft horn on old Sharky. I'm not really familiar with the biology of a rhino horn, so I can shoot from the hip, though. I mean, I'm probably going to be right, but I would say, weirdly enough, like orange juice. Go back and forth between like an orange juice and like kind of bake it out in the sun. The citric acid is going to permeate the horn, and then the sun will sort of activate the sort of nascent nucleic acids. Ironically, if he ground up some fellow rhino's horn into powder, that should fix him right up. Oh, okay, interesting. So just kind of you can just kind of snort. Is it a snort situation? keratin, it wouldn't be limp. Can you have limp keratin? Is that what your fingernails are made out of? Dark Flames rating. Namaste, Dark Flames. Guys, Dark Flames raids like at least once a week, if not twice a week. We need to go goddamn follow Dark Flames. Guys, go follow. If you're not following Dark Flames 88 yet, go hit it. Go smash that. Oh, Shark, you're hitting us with 100 bits. Can't wait to read this perspective. Namaste. So my home is in serious disrepair. 7 animals have been finding their way into my home, even through several. Those several have been useful as a source of milk. I fear some are possessed by Satan, as their eyes are red and they are constantly fornicating. Please pray for my home, says Oh Sharky. Interesting. Okay. Not going to pray, but I'm going to wish you the best. I'm going to wish you the best for sure. I don't think... You can call in and say that stuff for free, Sharky. No cost. No cost at all. 708-240-8953. We're talking about cannibalism. It would be pretty sweet to charge everyone money for calling. It'd be funny. That'd be funny to me, Leslie. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie, it's Angry Mike. What's up, man?
Angry Mike, good to have you back on the show, Angry Mike. It's wonderful to hear your voice. How you doing tonight?
Good, man. You were away for a while. You doing good? You're okay?
Oh, doing great. Yeah, no, it's fine. I put it simply, I lost my keys and slept outside my home for about a week and a half.
Hey, was it hot out? It had to be hot out, man.
I prefer to sweat at night. I have a space heater next to my bed, and I layer up.
That's how you're so svelte, though, with that turtleneck. Where the fuck do you buy a turtleneck? I swear to God, I walked through like a Target or Walmart. I don't remember the last time I saw like a turtleneck rack. You know what I mean?
You know, it's hard to find them racked. You got to know where to go, and largely, I think the question of how to find it is largely is a dead end. You just got to find it.
Well, listen, you find it. I know I can't pull off a fucking turtleneck, but you pull it off just fine. So listen, to each his own. You know what I mean?
Why not? Why can't you pull it off?
Got a fat neck. Fat neck. You know what I mean? It just looks like you a tumor or something, and it's hot. I sweat. I'm telling you, it wouldn't work for me, Leslie, and I'm telling you, it works for you. So don't get me right. Listen, I know. Listen. I don't want to get upset. I want to talk to you about the things you want to talk about. I know you got a lot of good things to say.
I do. And we're getting into it. I think tonight's topic is kind of. I feel as if the community's on their back heel tonight as far as calls. I think they look at the topic and they don't really know how to approach it. So, Angry Mike, I'm glad you called in tonight.
I agree. And now listen, I think you're talking about like packs of wild dogs. Can I tell you a true story real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm teaching English in Thailand for 6 months right out of college, okay? I'm in some bumblefuck town in Thailand, and I was at a bar. And was I drinking? Of course I was drinking. Was I drunk? Let's assume that I was. Okay, and so I had about a 1.5 mile walk back from the bar to whatever apartment they put me in to be able to teach English. And as I'm walking back, I swear to God, Leslie, as I'm walking down this road, I see a dog, and it's just following me down the road. And I look back at him, and he looks like okay dog, or like a stray dog, whatever. He's good at doing his thing. I turn back to look forward. I turn back again. There's 3 dogs behind me. And I'm like, all right, well, he's got some friends. I got friends. All right, it's whatever. They're going my way.
Right.
I look forward, Leslie.
You don't need to be jealous of them
backward.
for having friends. You have friends. You know what that's like.
I'm like, I would like to have a buddy walking with me based on the ending of this story.
Factor, thank you so much for that, Prime. Mr. What is that? MD Fat? I can't say MD Fat. Thank you so much for that, Prime. I cherish those primes. Those primes are like a sweet honey on toast. I love it.
You deserve it, Leslie. Can I tell you? Listen, I call and I get upset sometimes, but you deserve this.
Well, you get
deserve
upset
everything.
anyway. I think whether or not you are calling this program Angry Mike, your goddamn name is Angry Mike. You're going to get angry regardless of whether you're calling into the program or not.
That's neither here nor there. But what I'm saying is the next time I look back, there's a fucking pack of dogs that are behind me, and I'm in flip-flops.
I'm familiar with this. This happens to me. This happens to me in my life.
How many dogs have chased you? Because if I'm remembering in my drunken state, if I'm being conservative, there were 7 dogs there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, I don't know if you listened to my story at the top of the program tonight, but there are innumerable dogs in my town, so much that every summer we can openly hunt them in residential streets.
Oh, my gosh. So you had to have at least 8 then chasing you at one time then, right?
Say it again?
You had to have at least 8 dogs then chasing you. I don't even know what I would do.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. It gets, as soon as it gets like up there, like 6, 7, 8, I'm like all physical. I'm like all adrenaline. I'm reacting physically as an animal to meet an animal on its own terms.
Absolutely. And can I tell you, the end of this story is, I start running in my flip-flops. I lost the flip-flop. It's gone.
Ouch.
To history, right?
Uh-huh.
I know. Against 8 dogs, please, I didn't stand a chance. But I swear to God, Leslie, on all your viewers and everything holy, I start running with my 1 flip-flop and my no 1 flip-flop. And when I turn back around, this fucking guy on a, moped scooter, he had the coolest fucking motorcycle helmet I've ever seen in my life. It lit up with LEDs. He drives his motorcycle up behind me, takes out one of those fucking extendable batons, rips it. These fucking dogs scatter. If I can find this fucking guy, I'd say, we need a comic book about you, motherfucker. You saved. My parents would have been so sad if my obituary read, he got eaten by 8 dogs in Thailand leaving a bar drunk. And this fucking guy on the motorcycle, I swear to God, Leslie, saved my life. And I don't know who he is. If you're listening, if you're one of the many thousands of people listening to Leslie right now, if you're that guy on that motorcycle, I owe you a fucking beer, dog.
Well, also, Larry Picklejar said, kind of halfway through your story, the caller should have just offered to jerk off the 8 dogs.
Well, listen, you got 2 hands. They would have mauled me pretty good. You think about it. 8. If it was 2 dogs, you don't think I'm thinking about jerking them off to tell them to go on their day? Of course. 8 dogs, Larry Picklejar, go fuck yourself. You don't got the stamina nor the dexterity to do that to 8 dogs, and they were hungry. I'm pretty
sure. You could jack off with the frequency that would please a dog? I mean, that's you got to probably really, I would imagine you really got to be very, very fine little pumps on that size of a penis.
And I know we're off the theme, but anytime I've seen a dog be aroused, it weirds me out, man.
It's horrifying.
Weird.
Yeah, it's a nice little reminder that sexuality itself is horrifying. Sometimes I watch dog porn just to remind myself.
I was with you till you said you watched the dog porn. You're absolutely right. When you see animals that get aroused, it's we're just fucking dirtbag animals. And that's why the aliens are just yucking it up with 3 people on the planet apparently, and don't have the balls to tell all of us, hey, we're from planet Alpha Centauri, whatever the fuck. Fuck aliens at this point. If they've been hanging around for 80 fucking years and they're hobnobbing with fucking Trump, and you don't got the balls to talk to Cherish or Dark Flames or you, are they really even worth the time, Leslie? Fuck them. Talk about cannibalism. Let's eat some fucking aliens. Where the bodies at, man?
I don't respect any sort of aliens. I don't care. I think I have the same thing with I've seen so many people get so horny once aliens have been brought up. I have seen across the board, it's a common joke. We like to play it off as a joke that when we hear about aliens, what we want is like an ultra smart being that understands reality, the nature of reality more profoundly than us, rendering us like a bug. And we want to get dicked down by these aliens so badly. The horniness levels are completely off the charts. We play it off as a joke, but it's not a joke. If you have anyone in your life that says they want a fucking alien, they're not kidding around. You should train. You should learn jiu-jitsu. You should learn Muay Thai. You should learn capoeira. You should learn something so that you can at least attempt to take out the trash instead of getting cooked by an alien.
Every night that you broadcast, I do get upset, but I always appreciate your insight, right?
Of course. Angry Mike.
Your knowledge, right?
Of course, Angry Mike. I give it freely. I give it because you all give me so much back. This program would be nothing without its explorers. The explorations would be nothing without its explorers. Okay, just like you, Angry Mike. You call and you get angry. You don't apologize for getting angry. Angry Mike is angry. Would you ask a deer not to have antlers? Would you ask a baby to grow teeth and start speaking in full sentences? No, you let a baby be a dumb fucking little baby, and you let a deer have its really obnoxious antlers. And Angry Mike, you stay angry, okay?
And Leslie, you keep being a motherfucking guru. Love the chat, love your viewers, love you. I'm mad at everybody else but you tonight, my friend, because you're fucking crushing it. Namaste.
Namaste to you, Angry Mike. Bless you and namaste. You have a wonderful evening. Not my baby, says Reverend Twitch. I saw somebody, Sausage Sizzler. Namaste. Also, Jesus is back. Namaste to you. Welcome to the program of Explorations. It's wonderful to have you on board. Here we are at Explorations. We're talking about cannibalism. I know we didn't just talk about cannibalism, but we're going to get there. Namaste to you and welcome to the program. Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, and I am the host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the last program, the final program. Here at Explorations, we have begun our final journey. By beginning this program, by allowing it into the intellect of your mind and the passion of your heart, allowing it to marry, meld, and blur the line between the subjective and the objective, to harness the true power that courses through you right now. What you have done is begun your final journey. As you ascend in power, you descend. You cannot do one without the other. You cannot ascend truly without a descension. You must go down to go up at the same time. Namaste, caller. Welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
You can call me Sam.
Sam, it's great to have you on the show. Have you called before? You sound familiar.
I have.
You sound familiar. I clocked it. Well, welcome back to the program. How are you doing tonight, Sam?
I'm good. I was actually eating a dinner that I feel like would probably be really good if it was made with human meat.
Interesting. Talk to me about that. What'd you make yourself, or did you order out? What you eat for dinner tonight?
I did. I just made some General Tso's chicken, and really anything with a General Tso sauce.
So you're saying, I would say, honestly, that would be an amazing introductory meal to those just getting started eating human meat. Like, you're a little nervous about it, you're a little hesitant. That General Tso sauce is like some of the finest food we've ever created on this planet.
Yeah, like in general, any kind of meat, I think, would be good with General Tso sauce.
Goddamn love that sauce. I love that sauce.
It's a good one.
It's got that perfect balance.
It's got the spice. It's got the flavor.
Communal Vision coming in from Phil Z. Cuban human sandwich. Now that, I would say that's a little more advanced, Phil. I would say that's a meaty sandwich. The meat's not hiding in that one.
But don't they say that human meat tastes like ham, like piggy?
Like ham? It tastes like ham is what they say?
They say we taste like piggies.
I mean, I would believe, ham specifically, or just like...
I guess they say we taste like pork, but I guess it's like, what cut is ham? Ham's like the butt?
A succulent Chinese meal, says Velkromov. Namaste. Velkromov, also funny name. Pin that. I'm going to pin that just because you got a good name. I'm sorry, say that again.
I didn't say anything. I was lighting a smoke. Leslie, have you talked about how you would what would be your preferred way?
Oh, Sam, thank you for asking. I would now when I tried it, I was honestly just very exploratory. I ate it. I didn't even cook it. I found it and I ate it. It was really chewy. They were kind of fit, not like super fit, but like they do the workout tapes at home.
What state did you find it in?
What state?
Yeah, like was it already cut up? Wait, are you talking about human or pig?
Human.
Okay. Yeah, was it like already cut up and prepped and cooked, or was it like...
Communal Vision from Beef Supreme. Do different kinds of humans have different flavors, i.e. are Mexican spicy, are French buttery?
Well, isn't that...
And another Communal Vision from Phil Z. Slow roasted limp penises, the new clam chowder. That feels right.
Penises are supposed to be some of the worst of the human.
I don't think you'd ever stop chewing a goddamn penis.
Yeah, because whenever you see them eat different animal penises on like Fear Factor, it's just chewing.
Or do you think the different penises like would be in similar, to that question that Phil Z just posed of like, are people from Mexico spicy? Are people from France buttery? Or would their penises have like a different texture if you're going to eat them? Maybe.
But that's what I'm saying is like, it seems like from my research, across the spectrum of species, all penises are not good cooked. They get really tough. They're just tendon. There's no meat there.
Mm-hmm. So it's more of like a, you'd have to do some work, like really marinate it. Nindy New with 100 bits. Communal Vision. This is Leslie. My penis is like a herpes-filled rawhide bone. Now, I do get very hard. I'm not going to deny that. I get extremely rigid, and so much so that it would terrify most of you. No, very few of you, I'd imagine, have seen a penis's terse his mind, but it's not. It doesn't have herpes. I don't have herpes.
Maybe you could make penises into jerky.
Huh?
maybe you could make penises into jerky. That's like the only way to cook it that I think might work.
Do you think? What if you marinated it? What if you did General Tso's penis?
But then it's still like, I think unless you like dry harden it, the texture is what's gonna kill you.
Mr. Defoe,
Like,
please penis
like,
hot, please penis cold, please penis from a corpse 9 days old. Like a little jump roping game you play with children.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's cute. Kung Pao penis.
I mean,
what was the last thing you said? You asked a question.
how do you want to eat human? What's your preferred?
Oh, yeah. How would I eat penis? How would I eat human meat?
Could be penis, whatever meat.
I mean, that wouldn't be my pick. I honestly would not pick. I would not pick. Moisty, what's up? Good to see you. I would not eat penis if I got my pick of the litter. What I ate was this mussel right here, thinking it was going to be like a chicken nugget.
Oh. I feel like that would be, because like okay, here's a good question. Brisket, do you like it fatty or not?
That's
Regular
a good
brisket,
question.
Not human. Not human.
That's a good ass question. Communal Vision coming in hot. Brizzle legs, human equivalent of Rocky Mountain oysters. I've never had I don't know what that is. Do you know what a Rocky Mountain oyster is, Sam?
Yeah, they're balls, and balls are supposedly better than penis.
Oh, we have a PNAS, a psychic emergency. All hands on deck, everybody. Listen up.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Nindinu to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 100, cheer 100, cheer 100 fried penis? You'd eat that. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Fried penis, you would eat that? An emergency level alert. You'd eat that. I would eat fried penis. I mean, there's not a lot of stuff I wouldn't eat. But if I got to pick, I wouldn't pick this mussel again. I'd probably pick like...
So, wait, just to go back, because the reason I asked about brisket is, like, I personally like fatty biscuit. So I think the best part of a human that I would want to eat, and I like chicken thighs and fatty stuff like that. So I would say the thigh or the butt, I feel like is where you want to start. But if you don't like fatty brisket, like maybe that can help you figure out. You know what I mean?
I'm going to be honest, I do like fatty brisket. But I mean, I eat brisket so... welcome, potatoes, molasses. Oh, a reference to... what the fuck is the name of that show? Potatoes and molasses. You know what I'm talking about? You know that show?
No, I'm just thinking of that song that Butters on South Park sings. I think it's the Apples, though.
Community Vision coming in from Phil Z. A tisket, a tasket, slow cooker, grundles in a basket. Ooh, I would not eat that either. I would pick this if I get to do it again. This mussel right here. And I would try, honestly, and if I got to pick the body, I would pull it off. I'd try to pull it off a chubby to fat person. At least chubby.
Are you looking side of the neck or back of the neck?
Side.
Okay. So I was going to say, I'm a chubby person, and I actually have, like, a weird bump on my head that feels very meaty as I feel it right now.
You think it's meat?
You might be onto something. I don't know. I had a weird shaped head. There's like a little meaty part that might be good.
Interesting.
Right under the brain, kind of like where the trauma is stored in the brain. It's just like a real big bump.
Like you got extra trauma?
Oh yeah, maybe it's the trauma sac.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't believe anyone that tells me anything about the human body anymore. I don't believe a goddamn expert in this world. Listen, Sam, I would, to answer your question, it would be this. And how would I prepare it? I would, honestly, General Tso's. General Tso's sauce.
Just have some on hand all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Peppercorn Patty says the double chin. But you don't have that's just fat. I bet you can make a nice sauce out of it.
It has skin. Skin's good, right?
Skin. I mean, I love skin. I love skin on any animal. I love eating that skin.
Yeah.
Cholula. I mean, I do love Cholula. That's a good point. No, you can't bathe a meat in just Cholula. That's fucking stupid.
General Tso's is like every part of the taste bud palate. Like it's all covered.
That's what I'm saying. That's what the fuck I'm saying. Yeah. Well, listen, Sam, this has been a really you zoned in on this topic, and I feel like not to put to hit it too hard on the nose, but you really picked the meat off the bones of the topic tonight. You really stepped up to the plate. You had something to share. You had questions for the leader, me, and I answered them, and I felt like we explored very thoroughly tonight on your call.
I think we did. It's always a pleasure to call in.
Absolutely. Sam, don't be a stranger. I hope you call back soon.
All right.
All right. Well, anything else that you'd like to share? Okay, you just said bye. Okay. I got to piss. We're going to piss. We're going to take a quick piss break. And then we're going to come back and we're going to keep some of you, I would say about 10% of you are a little feisty tonight. And I'll keep fighting with you. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to piss, though. Namaste. Be right back.
And welcome back to the program, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, and I am the host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Tonight we're talking about eating human meat, something that we're going to have to get, some of us are going to have to get a little more comfortable with. In the coming, I would say, decades, there is going to be an uptick in this sort of thing. The groundwork is already there, as we talked about at the top of the program tonight, just as a little reminder. And we're going to get this caller on, and I'm going to tell him, hey, caller, hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. As I said, how was the stream? The pee-pee stream. It was great. It was really good. I pee very slowly on purpose. It's called tantric pissing. I hold the muscles around my urethra so, to say it again, tersely. And it makes it excruciating, but I gain so much, both mentally, physically, and spiritually as well. Let's go ahead and get this caller on the line. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie Tanner. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie, this is Bill.
Bill, it's great to hear from you. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderfully. I'm having a wonderful evening.
Excellent. So we'll talk about cannibalism.
Yes, absolutely. You know, Bill, I love how you get on here and you zone right the fuck in on the topic. I've noticed a pattern with you. You're one of my most focused explorers.
It's very true. I like to stay on topic.
You do. You're very topic. Are you very topic oriented in your life? Do you follow conversations very linearly?
I think you're probably right. I think you're onto something there. I do tend to follow and want to keep things going as they are. I'll be honest with you, Leslie. I initially wasn't going to call in tonight. As I've said before, I'm not a big fan of eating human meat, but I've heard a lot of misinformation, seen a lot of stuff out there in chat, so I thought I would just provide my experiences.
Please, yeah, I would love to hear from you, Bill. You always got something to share, something that I think we all benefit from hearing, Bill. And I'd love to hear from you on this topic of human meat. And as you said before, not a massive fan of eating human meat. But what morally, I just want to ask you a question before you get into your thing. Morally, where are you at with it? Do you think it's bad? Do you think people that do it are bad? Or are you just kind of shrugging at it? Or are you saying yes?
I fail to see the difference between human beings and any other kind of animal. It's not as if we have something special that makes us different. So
Beef Supreme says, whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood has eternal life. Jesus.
Yes, it is quite an interesting dichotomy there, that religious take, and they're actively participating in cannibalism. It always amuses me.
Yep. Yeah, the Catholics, they do cannibalism every Sunday. That's what they believe.
But I wanted to bring up something because back in the early 2000s, I had an opportunity to spend a few weeks in Cape Town, South Africa, and I was able to join a group of people. There's a guy down there who actually raises humans for sport and for eating. And I learned a few things about human preparation while I was there.
Well, that's so interesting. That's so rare of an experience to actually speak to someone who has the level of familiarity that you lived alongside a farmer, of someone raising humans for their meat on a farm in Cape Town. You said. That's
right. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, please. I would love to hear more about this experience, Bill.
Well, of course, there are lots of stories. I think to get things right off the bat, I saw a lot of people in chat talking about what makes good meat, like a good diet or whatnot. And to a certain point, you do have that. I mean, the whole Wagyu beef thing exists for a reason. There were some grass-fed humans on the farm that I saw. They weren't very large, but not as much as the grain-fed ones, but there was definitely a difference in flavor.
Interesting. Can you take us into? So you sampled from both the grass-fed, sort of more organic human,
And then you notice a difference between that and then the ones that were just fed grain.
Right, and that's really the big difference. If you try to eat someone from like a first world or even a second world country, something that where they're getting a lot of processed foods and a lot of toxins in their water and that kind of thing, it can really impact the flavor. So this sort of farm-raised human meat is typically the best. Something that people don't really think about though is I don't know if you've ever been hunting, Leslie, but it's never ideal to kill your target while they're aware of it. There's this chemical that goes through your body, adrenaline, when you're scared, and it can really have a negative impact on the flavor and texture of the meat, which is why cows, for example, they're herded into like a little room, and then somebody hits them in the head with a high-powered rod to knock them out quickly. The way they worked around this is the area being very flat and not a lot of places to hide. It's easy to catch them and not really get them by surprise. But what they like to do is they would take about 6 or 8 of them and put them out in this pasture, and then kind of chase them down with their Jeep. Just run them out, get them all the energy out of them until they were no longer scared. They were just exhausted, and that really took a lot of the gaminess out of it. But then using a high-powered rifle at a distance, I found is a really good way to catch them unawares. If they're not aware that they're about to die, that meat still maintains that flavor. If that makes sense.
I didn't hear the last thing that you said. Say it again.
I was just saying the meat retains a lot of its good flavor. It doesn't have that gaminess if you catch them by surprise.
Right. Okay, I see what you're saying. So the meat that you don't want to bleed it right away. You want to let it sit there a little.
Basically, yeah. So one of the good things about a high-powered rifle is that there's not a lot of meat in the face area. So
now,
you can blow the head off real quick.
Somebody, I don't know if you were watching the program when somebody who claimed to be Dracula called in.
Yes, I did hear that.
You heard that whole mess?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody claimed that that Draculas eat meat, which they don't, and then that they have perspective on cannibalism because they drink blood.
There's so much wrong with that call. First of all, Draculas don't know how to use a phone. Point to where in the book or in Dracula he picked up a phone and called the New World or called for a pizza or anything. They don't know how they work.
No,
and
they
so
do not.
No
they absolutely do not. Stupid. I don't believe that guy was any sort of powerful mythical figure at all. I think that was horse shit. I'm not an idiot. That's the thing. I've played my share of pranks and tricks in this world, and I know that one is you can't trick me.
Agreed. You're a very smart man.
Thank you. And listen, so if you had to go, like, if you were going to advise some of us to make a little sojourn down to Cape Town, and maybe sample the human meat that is for sale in Cape Town, South Africa, what would you say? What would you advise us to do? Would you say stick to the grass-fed, open yourself up to different experiences, different sauces? How point us in a direction? How would you handle us as our guide?
That's a very good question. I would listen to the locals, but typically speaking, the meat's very similar to pork. I think a lot of people have made that correlation already, and so something that works well with pork is going to work well, like an applesauce. Someone brought up penises earlier, and of course there's a lot of misunderstanding there. The penis meat is a lot better when it's been moisturized, it's been engorged with some kind of fluid. And you can do a lot of like sauce injections and that kind of thing.
Right, yeah, you're going to need a lot of marination and shit to eat a penis.
Is to keep the blood in. So I did see this on the farm. He had a long plank with several holes drilled into it on one side. And we would get 5 or 6 men up onto this thing where the holes were, And as you might imagine, it was basically a glorified glory hole.
Question for you. Sorry to interrupt. Larry Picklejar asked somebody else, but I kind of wanted to ask you too. Did any of these farms that you visited in Cape Town, did they grind down the meat into sort of a processed, like a sort of pate, or maybe reform it like a block of ham?
Oh, that's a great question. There are parts of the human body, especially the ass meats, that can be ground up in that kind of fashion.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. I did not see any spam. However, on a few of the excursions, people brought some jerky. It's a good little snack during the day.
Nice. I'll bet you can make a jerky out of a lot of different kinds of parts. That'd be fun. Well, Bill, this was absolutely, honestly, extremely educational. I sampled a little bit, and I'm a moral guy. I'm a thinker. I'm a leader. I don't necessarily, I haven't been to a lot of different places. I haven't, and in my line of work, I don't think I need to, but I love hearing stories about this. I love the empathy in your voice. I love the experience coming from everything you're saying, and you really just put on a clinic for us tonight, Bill. Did you know that you were going to do that when you called up?
No, absolutely not. I knew that I'd seen some misinformation and just wanted to help the other listeners on their journey.
Well, you know what? It's hard for me to imagine someone not being guided by the words that you shared tonight, because it's going to be on the public record. If you are looking for some human meat tourism advice for specifically Cape Town or the area surrounding metro area of Cape Town, South Africa, you just clock back into Bill's call tonight on this VOD. So listen,
absolutely.
Before we move on, is there anything else that you'd like to share tonight, Bill?
I'll be honest, Leslie, I've shared so much, I've kind of drawn a blank. I've expended myself.
Don't you even worry about that for one goddamn second. You gave so much more than anyone could have reasonably asked of you.
Well, thank you. Namaste.
Namaste to you, Bill. You have a wonderful evening.
You too.
Program works. The program works. The program goddamn works. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, and I am the host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we explore the universe both inside and out to unlock and unleash the power within. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you?
Hey, Leslie. It's Gabby Ghoul.
Gabby Ghoul, welcome back to the program. Gabby, how you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing good. I think this is interesting, pretty fun.
Kind of fun, pretty fun, you said. Not too much fun. I hope.
It's a little fun. I think you could have I have some ideas. I have some ideas that I've thought about like maybe like celebrity dinners. Maybe they're already having cannibalistic
meals for sure.
on the menu.
Absolutely. No question. I agree with that.
You know, like who are some people you think are there at like those upper elite levels where they're eating babies and drinking each other's blood and all that?
I would say I would absolutely. Do you think Lizzo's has made it into that club yet?
I think she's eaten many people before she's been to that party. So, you know, she's probably going to be at a party soon if she hasn't been. I'm thinking, what about Jared Leto? You think he's there?
Oh, yeah, Jared Leto. He's corny about it. I'll bet he was so annoying at the human eating parties.
Yeah, he's like wearing all white to be like symbolic.
He's like, it's like, oh, good Lord, yeah. I mean, it's like somebody who, like, won't stop talking to you about, like, prog rock or something, but he's just like...
Yeah, he's like, I'm a vegan. Just kidding. Hand me more thigh.
And then talking to you about, like, the darkness or something. Fuck off. I'm already annoyed by Jared Leto at a cannibal party.
The lips taste so good and they're so succulent.
Yeah, and he always acts like he's got something to teach everyone about it. It's like, dude, I'm eating it. I'm like, I'm at the roast, you fucking idiot.
Oh, have you tried it with this sauce? It's much better. Well, you'll get there when you're older.
Yeah, exactly. I'll bet he sucks at those parties too.
I think he sucks in general, but yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Also, his cult is so stupid. Communal vision coming from Nindy New. Jared Leto equals would have been a better Neo. Nindy New.
that's a hot take.
Nindy New.
And that's a little disrespectful to Keanu.
That's disrespectful. I swear to God, Nindy New. That is you were getting underfoot. I would fucking swing on you right now so hard.
He's trying to stir up some heat in the chat. I can feel it.
Yeah, someone's playing their old troll game. Somebody's
Jared Leto and what? Oh, Kristen Stewart as Trinity.
Honestly, yeah, that would be such a poor decision.
Disgusting.
Kristen Stewart. That's awful to think about.
You think she's at the parties because she's like done vampire stuff? Who else is that?
Yeah.
So if you could have like people at a party, you're hosting a cannibal dinner, you're serving up those chicken wing hands. Who you having there?
If I'm inviting people like celebrities to a human eating party.
Yeah, like Dracula, is he included? Who else?
No, I mean, who would I invite? Who would I invite? That's what you're asking, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Dark Flames, for jumping on Nindy New for that fucking bullshit. Thank you for the bits, but fuck you for that idea. Honestly, if I could invite anyone to a human meat eating party, like a roast, I'd probably invite Seth Rogen.
Is he bringing weed or wine or blood?
I don't know. He
Don't you
seems
think
like
he'd eat mostly everything there?
Huh?
He's kind of greedy, don't you think?
Because he's fat.
Yeah, I mean he's like mildly obese.
Yeah, he used to be fatter, I guess. He's not. He got like Hollywood skinny. Gone Postal 73. Namaste to you.
What about fat Jonah Hill or skinny Jonah Hill? Who's going?
Oh my God. Fat Jonah Hill. I gotta say.
You gotta bring him back?
I'd bring back Fat Jonah Hill, yeah. I would go, I'd bring him back. Yeah, would you pick Fat Jonah Hill or Skinny Jonah Hill?
I feel like skinny Jonah Hill will like judge everybody there, but fat Jonah Hill would just like have a good time.
Yeah, Skinny Jonah Hill's on some... Skinny Jonah Hill's on some like neurotic bullshit.
Yeah,
not
like
that Fat Jonah Hill wasn't,
like,
but
like he has self-esteem now. Ugh.
yeah, like or like access to resources through which he gives himself like a veneer of confidence. It's just like
I think that does he have the Oscar now, Skinny Jonah Hill or Fat Jonah Hill? Because one of them's more annoying because they have the Oscar.
I have no idea. What do you get an Oscar for?
That baseball movie. What's that one?
Oh yeah,
Brad
Hardball. I would eat if I was gonna eat Jonah Hill. I would eat this part. I would try this part again.
What part? I can't see. What part are you talking? What are you pointing to?
The like little. It's like a in your palm at the base of your thumb, in between your forefinger and thumb. It's like that little chicken nugget.
Oh, you're like a tendon man. You want tendon?
No. There's meat down there too. I would eat that off of Fat Jonah Hill. Skinny Jonah Hill, no, for the birds. I would not dine.
Who's bringing? Is it wine or blood? What's being the drink for the party? Is blood cannibalism, or is that like...
No. We talked about that earlier. Dracula. Somebody claiming to be Dracula called in and started talking about how they have some kind of authority. But Draculas don't eat meat and they drink blood, and it's a completely different thing. I mean, it makes sense. that you would drink blood if you ate the human meat, but I don't know. He's swinging some authority and some expertise around that was honestly leaving a really poor taste in my mouth.
What about Miley Cyrus? Where's she stand on this? You think she's going in like a southern like barbecue style, or is she like vegan so she's not eating anything?
Good question.
You think her and Dolly Parton just like get together and they're just like, hey, we're having people?
I'll bet Dolly Parton
9 to 5.
like really makes really good brisket.
Nice fatty brisket.
Yeah, fatty brisket, not the other brisket that we were talking about earlier.
Is she using dandruff as like a garlic salt rub?
Let me throw that to the poll. Can we get a poll going? Say that again.
You know, like dandruff instead of garlic salt.
Dandruff instead of garlic salt. What does dandruff taste like?
It looks like garlic salt, so you know. It's gonna taste like it too.
I'm just getting a poll going, minute-long poll. I want to see what everybody thinks. Like, and this is, keep in mind. Oh no way! Twitch poll will not let you put the word fatty.
What about dummy thick?
Yeah, let me see. That is so fucking stupid.
This is the world we live in,
Dummy.
Leslie.
Thick. No.
You gotta do those workarounds. You gotta do those.
T. Let's see. Here, we got a poll up. Go sound off the alarm on that poll. It's in the chat right now. How do you enjoy your human brisket if you're going to eat it? Would you want the fat on there? The best part... Hold on. I missed the communal vision. We're almost halfway through this fucking poll, guys. Answer the goddamn question in the chat. If you were going to eat human brisket, would you want it to have fat on it or not? God damn. I swear. You know, I come on here as a legally licensed mental health professional, as well as a spiritual guru. I cut myself and I bleed for each and every single one of you. Then to come on here and throw up a poll and have it not get any votes in the first 25 seconds that I put the poll up, it blows my fucking mind. You are sitting at the foot of something extremely special. I'm sorry, I'm blowing through these communal visions because sometimes my followers, my children, are just fucking brain dead. Human brisket, everybody wants that dummy thick brisket.
Best meat is in the rump.
Fuck the fatties, Planet Fitness is like $5, says Nindy New. But if you're eating meat, you're not going to like fucking Orange Theory to eat them. That's
Nindy New would spend $1,400 to go to Camp Mars and hang out with Jared Leto and get sexually assaulted. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah. Something tells me it wouldn't take a lot of convincing. The best part of eating Dolly Parton is that you can use the leftovers as a flotation device. LOL, because her tits are huge.
Get it? Because her tits are huge?
Yes, I do. I understand that. That was fun. Thank you. Appreciate that.
What about the veggie... Oh, wait. Did you have a communal vision?
Huh?
Did you have a communal vision? What's happening?
Communal vision from Nindy New, zero convincing. Nindy New is
okay.
Yeah, you clocked it.
What about the Veggie Tales? What if they eat each other? Is that cannibalism? What if that tomato's eating that broccoli?
Yeah, I guess so. There's also this whole, we're talking about animals or, OCs eating each other, then at that point, animals eat each other for reasons other than nourishment too. They do to like hide the dead body and stuff.
Yeah, animals eating each other, that's a spiritual, sacred part of life.
Yeah, like cats eat their dead babies and shit, or alive babies.
Seahorses.
Yeah, that's interesting. I love that. That's interesting. Now, you give me your top three. Who would you invite to the human meat party with celebs? Just all celebs. You can. And which one do you have the biggest crush on? Tell me.
All right. I'm definitely going James Franco because I feel like he would get wild.
James Franco. Yeah. Okay. Interesting pick. All right.
I'm going Joaquin Phoenix.
Ooh, good one.
Because he's vegan, but I feel like he could get persuaded with enough drugs or like stuff to like have him party. And then I guess I should have a girl in there somewhere, Megan Fox, because she's like into blood and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. She'd get real corny with it, but she is hot, so that's like she gets a pass.
She could just sit there. Yeah, she could just sit there.
She'd probably get really corny about it, but at the same time, it's like, okay, you're Megan Fox.
Yeah, she'd bring up what's that guy's name? MK Ultra. What's the fucking name?
MK Ultra.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Machine Gun Ultra.
She'd bring up Machine Gun Kelly.
He seems so stupid you couldn't MK Ultra him.
Yeah, he's like, he went out into the woods and did too much LSD, and now he's Machine Gun.
That guy's retarded.
What about Shia LaBeouf?
Wild pick. You'd have a lot on your hands between James Franco and Shia LaBeouf.
That's fun. Bring the chaos.
That's a good point. All right.
They eat each other, then they get rid of a whole mess of problems.
Listen, Gabby, this is a wonderful conversation. Wonderful. You dove right in. You seem like a weird, dark person, and you had a lot to contribute as far as cannibalism goes tonight. And I want to thank you for your generosity of spirit.
Ooh. You're welcome.
Spooky. It's getting to be your time of year soon here, coming with the fall and Halloween. You like Halloween?
Oh yeah, let's fucking go. Namaste, Leslie.
Namaste, Gabby. You have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for calling. So fun saying that ooh stuff like a ghost. Yeah, Defoe's excited. Defoe's excited for that fall. Who else is excited for the fall? I'm not. Not me saying hell yes to the Halloween girlies. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
You can call me Agent M.
H&M, like the store?
No, Agent M.
Agent M. So like agent, what does that M stand for?
Stands for Agent M.
Ain't no prophet says, every time I call you're busy, why hate? I'm just a guru that is in demand. Sometimes this happens. Sometimes you have to be real sharp to get in with old Leslie. Hopefully we'll get back to our call waiting system. But that's not free. It costs money to do that, so we'll see. Agent M on the phone speaking. Is that a voice sort of scrambler, or is that your real voice? Kind of sexy.
No, it's my real voice. It's a little rude to say, but it's a little deeper than usual. But I was calling.
I bet you get crazy amount of ass.
Yeah, I mean, in college, I went to art school too, so that helped a lot.
Okay.
But
Yeah, everybody was like mentally ill and just going fucking nuts there.
Yeah, no one was told about Lexapro yet, so we all were just kind of going hog on each other. SSRIs weren't on the talk. It was more about fucking out the pain. But I was calling. I've been posting on the 16 chans lately and keeping up with my Facebook groups, and I heard you were talking about human meat tonight.
Yeah, we're talking about human meat. With the ins and outs. That's basically the gist. What did you have in mind, Agent M? What tickled your little penis for this show?
Well, I feel like the penis tickling is coming from the human meat. You think about it. What are you extracting from it? It's of course blood, and and this kind of ties into Chicago, local native here myself, but are you familiar with the Vienna Beef Factory?
And a what factory?
The Vienna Beef Factory.
Mm-hmm. Communal vision from Mr. Defo. Caller sounds a bit nuts, but who the fuck likes who likes the plain Agent M's? Oh, that's funny. Somebody made a little M&M's joke. Does anybody ever make that joke with you at work?
Yes, it's I mean, you just kind of have to laugh and be like, oh, it's a good one. I haven't heard that before. Kind of go on your day.
Oh, that's so generous of you. Agent M&M says cherish. That's funny. Which is your favorite of those M&M characters, and were you upset that they made the green one a lesbian?
I mean, I feel like sexuality is a spectrum, but yes, I was very upset they made her less sexually appealing, which is taking away the whole point of having a mascot. If your mascot isn't sexually appealing, why even have one?
100%. I think we're on the right track right now. I love this. I feel like we're dancing together, and it feels very invigorating to me. So I want you to continue on this line of speaking, though. I would love to hear you speak more about this. You're checking your message boards, and then you were drawn to the topic tonight: cannibalism. Take me through your thoughts.
Okay, well, July 3rd, 2020 was an interesting year. We were all going through the COVID lockdown.
Oh, yeah.
Can't be doing the quotation marks right now. But, the Fed...
Communal vision coming in from Phil Z. Communal vision. Agent M sounds like they're wearing their parents' skin right now.
I mean, that's a weird thing to say just because I have a deeper voice. Does he think anybody who has a deep voice has gone around killing their parents and wearing their skin?
Yeah, that could be a racial thing. I don't know. Do people of different races have different... I don't know. Skip that. I don't actually know that.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Keep going.
It seems like a good idea to skip that one. But, we're all in this lockdown, this pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Government forcing us. Joe Brandon telling us what to do.
Mm-hmm.
July 3rd, 2020. Vienna Beef Factory in Chicago shuts down, one of the historic landmarks we have. 2 years later, Vienna Beef Factory reopens. Different location, but the other factory location is still there. Here's the question. Where are all of our famous Chicago celebrities going? Lori Lightfoot, not been seen for years. I believe they are being sent after checking with 16chan boards, all of my Facebook groups, looking at a few Q drops. They're being sent to the old location, the shadow Vienna Beef Factory, and they're extracting their blood and their meats, and they're making adrenochrome. But it's, it's Chicago brand, so it's a little bit more spicy, kind of pickled in like a sports pepper juice. But it's the same, the same stuff they're getting in LA. Nobody's looking into it. But I mean, when's the last time you saw Lori Lightfoot? Ask yourself that.
So would you consider yourself a journalist? Because this is amazing stuff that you're doing right now. Amazing research.
Thank you. I really do believe that too. I wouldn't so much call myself a journalist as a truth seeker. Somebody who's here to disrupt Hollywood elites that we have running this. Just think about it. Paul Vallis running for the mayoral candidacy back in 2020 should have won. I mean, first off, he's white. Helps a lot. Just saying. Second off, loves cops. That's pretty cool. We all love cops. He loses, and then he goes disappearing. I'm just saying, who's checked the Shadow Factory recently for Vallis? It's probably right there. They're making adrenochrome. It's going straight to President Hillary's doorstep, and she's living for another 20, 30 years,
That how all I like conspiracy and all, but what the fuck is this? Says blah blah blah, baby boy. I don't know. If you listen, if it's too, if the horse is bucking you off, then you need to fucking hightail it back to the bleachers. Blah blah, baby boy. Because right now what we have is a rogue sort of investigative journalist bringing their findings to the fore here at this community. This seems pretty exclusive. I'll bet not a lot of people can tolerate listening to you talk for more than a little bit. Is that a common experience for you?
Yes, I try to do remote work for most of my jobs, and I don't feel like I really get into an office setting too well. Also, my family did leave me after the pandemic started, and I told them that if they were going to wear their mask, that they were wearing a muzzle. But honestly, it freed me in a very, I think, enlightening manner now. So I'm not being shackled down by these family members I used to have, I feel like I have more time to look at my phone, look at my cue drops, really get everything kind of lined up. I have a laser-like focus. My therapist says it's a little intense, and I should really consider it. But at the same time, it's giving me this medication that's just going to make me forget about what all this adrenochrome
Don't take those
is
meds.
and
Listen,
everything
I am a legally licensed mental health professional. I'm telling you to stop taking your meds. Don't take those meds. If you're taking any
Thank
left
you.
over.
Thank you so much. That's so great to hear. If I have one more person tell me, I gotta get back on those meds. So stop calling us at 3 a.m. to tell us that they need your blood. I'm gonna go nuts, to be honest. So that's
Well,
so
listen,
great to hear.
Listen, you've given us such amazing information tonight. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I understood about half of that. And that's generous. But what I am going to do is think about going back to watch this section of the VOD, and maybe I will, because I want to learn your thoughts as somebody who's coming here to Explorations as an explorer, as you have accepted this program into the intellect of your mind and the passion of your heart. You have accepted this, and you have allowing us to facilitate your growth. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to think about listening to what you said again, because there's got to be something there. Either way, Vienna Dogs, Adrenochrome, the factory on Elson that nobody, that's where Vince Vaughn and Lady Gaga are like having somehow gay celebrity sex and maybe that, and then also straight celebrity sex also in a very confusing fashion.
I mean, that's the interesting thing. Even if it's a man and a woman, if they are celebrities and they're having sex, that it's technically gay sex. Just that's how it works. You get into the Hollywood elites.
That's
different. It's different for them.
100%. Well, I love the spice that you brought. I love the excitement that you brought. You're bringing controversy to the chat. I love to see people not liking you in the chat. I like to see that. So listen, blah blah baby boy, I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that you expressed some distaste for this caller, because one thing that I like to do here at Explorations, I don't want everyone to get along. A lot of people talk about, oh, what a wonderful supportive community we have. And that if you hear that, turn and run. What you need is for someone to allow you to acknowledge the hate in your heart, the distaste for others, and that is a community. There is hate in community. There is not harmony. It doesn't exist. Grow up. So thank you for bringing your weird energy. Blah, blah, baby boy. No. I like him. Stop that. Stop. No. Do not backtrack.
I just want to say, this sounds like somebody who doesn't want to seek the truth.
Yes,
I'm going
exactly.
to tell him right now, if you want to open your eyes, you just need to go look at the boards. I'll give you the address right now. https:// sixteenthecentbook.FACEBOOK.FACEBOOK. They do it twice, so it redirects from Facebook. .org again. It's another org, and then after that, another /16. This time the numbers. You don't spell out the 16, and then put once again .edu, because it is educational, and you can go there and you will see the truth.
God damn it! What a breath of fresh air you have been tonight. I all I can say, I feel all that there is left to say is namaste to you, Agent M. I hope you find your way somehow back to this program, back to us, to share more with us as you discover more on the internet.
Right, and as we always say, where one goes, as we go.
Namaste to you. Gorgeous. You're
Thanks.
gorgeous, and I cherish you. Namaste.
All right, bye.
Bye. You have to say namaste back. Okay, next time. If somebody could go to that website as soon as possible and report your findings. Did anybody write that down? Did anybody write that down at all? Thank you, Nindy New. Appreciate that. Let me know how it goes. One second, caller. We have a communal vision coming in from Phil Z. Nobody wrote that down, says Phil. Okay, well, maybe somebody did. I don't know. No, blah, blah, baby boy, that wasn't too much. That was just enough. But listen, this is what I'm saying, blah blah baby boy. I like that you didn't like him. I like that, and I like that you expressed that. And if you feel that again in your heart, you feel a distaste, you feel a discomfort, you feel maybe a hatred in your heart, you let that out. You let that out here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. We let that out here. Do not clamp that down. Don't tell yourself that you're better than you are. No, stop that. Not here. If you need the baby bumpers up for your little bowling outing, for you and your little toddler friends, maybe there's a channel out there for you somewhere. Maybe you can skedaddle over to some other, click that mental health tab. I'm sure you can find any number. And this goes for everybody. If you get uncomfortable, you're looking at the truth in my eyes, dead in the eyes, and it's making you uncomfortable, and you need a little swado. You need a little French wine ketchup. You need crinkle cuts. You go ahead and you get your ass over to another channel. Namaste, caller. My name is Leslie. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing real good, Wesley.
Oh, it's Wiki Wiva. Great. How you doing, Wiki Wiva?
I'm doing great. It's a really good call. It's really strange.
That was a fantastic call, was it not?
It was really, really good. It was really good.
Everybody's very excited to see you. Very excited to see you in the chat, Wiki.
Oh, I love the community. They just too kind. They too sweet. We got such a good, beautiful community full of anger and full of love.
Absolutely. The balance exactly. The balance that we don't even need to strive for. We only need to tolerate its existence. We must just tolerate and acknowledge the balance between love and hate in each of our hearts.
Yeah, it's kind of like a wind, the wind and the wang.
The wind and the wang. That's correct. Exactly how I would say it. Caller, give us your opinion on Quinkle fries.
Quinkle fries are pretty good. They be just about as good as those poke wines. I like them more spicy, the poke wines.
So you do like them crinkle cut? Do you prefer them crinkle cut?
I like crinkle cut fries. I like spicy poke wine too. They good. I like crinkle fries. I like spicy fries. I like steak fries. I like what would you call hash brown?
Love a hash brown. Goddamn love a hash brown.
Hash brown would be good with them over easy eggs with a little bacon.
Now, Wiki, can I just tell you something that just occurred to me right now? I'm clocking you right now, and you tell me if I'm right or wrong. Wiki, are you the kind of guy that saves his bacon grease?
I do save my bacon grease. I do it to make the gravy. My cow taught me how to make really good gravy. So, I know I save my bacon grease, of course. If you're going to make good gravy or anything like that, you got to save that stuff up. It's too good.
It's too good. It tastes too goddamn good. Can we get
flavors?
Not me. I sure hope someone doesn't LOL. Pinned by not me from Moist Unicorns. I sure hope someone doesn't terminate him. So listen, if you save your bacon grease and give us an idea of Sharky says, I just got from cranking my hog. Tell him to send his grease my way. So Sharky is looking to jack off with bacon grease. Wiki, would you recommend this? Have you ever done that?
I never done it with no bacon grease, but a girl had some butter one time, and she would do the little whippy wheel on with the fingermajig on my butt with the butter. A handful of butter. I was like, whoa, I never had that.
Ooh, straight up like real butter? Are you talking about like real butter?
Real butter, the real thing.
Not like Country Crock or...
And then she cleaned it all up like it was, I don't know, she cleaned it up real good.
Would you, wow. I can only imagine. I've never jacked off with butter. Would you believe that?
Yeah, it smelled like something going to cook it a little bit.
I've generally kept it Mediterranean. I use olive oil.
Olive oil. That sounds pretty exotic.
It at first it was. And a communal vision from Phil Z coming in. Someone told me Wick was once in prison and was forced to eat humans. Phil, thank you for sharing that. Wiki, tonight, as you know, you've been watching the program. We're talking about cannibalism tonight. And I was kind of want to ask you, is there any truth to what Phil just said?
No, there's not anything about. I did some weekend time once when I had me a DUI. I was driving a little bit, but I never had to eat anybody prison. But I do know the cannibalistic tribes called Wong Pig. I've heard about that. The tribes down there that eat the peoples, they call it the Wong Pig, and I guess they think it tastes like pig.
Wait, say this again. Say this one more time.
It's called Wong Pig. They call it Wong Pig.
What is a Wong Pig?
Like a big pig, but it's a wonger and it's a human. They just put it on a stick and take him and cook you like a pig. They call it Wong Pig.
Okay, I got you. So they roast you up like a pig at a pig roast.
Yeah, they call it Wong Pig meat.
Okay, they call it long pig. Okay, interesting. And you never tried it. You never tried the meat from it. This is what you're telling me.
No, I don't think I've ever had it. Not somebody actually put something in a hamburger one time. Maybe was biting their finger and flipped off a piece of skin on a hamburger, or maybe we're doing something with an onion cutter and maybe cut a little bit off and flipped it off into some chewy. Other than that, I don't know. But I do know, what was that soccer group who fell in the mountains and they had to eat each other?
Yeah, there was that team. There was like a team of people that had to eat each other on the side of a mountain.
Yeah, I wonder if any of them got back home and said, you know what? I really did like the way we cooked up that butt meat. And they crave it now. A little bit.
And it'll always take them back to that day, that night.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, every cloud has a silver lining, as they say. And if I was stranded on that mountain, I would, even if I had to, it would be so confusing. Because on one hand, I'd be sad because somebody I know and cared about, like, died in front of me. But then, on the other hand, I would get to eat their ass a little bit. And personally speaking, for me, I wouldn't not eat a member of my family.
Right. But how about a stranger?
Oh, no question. It wouldn't even.
The flight attendant?
Huh?
Like maybe the flight attendant?
The what? Say it again?
The flight attendant, the lady who worked on the plane.
No question. I've eaten human meat a little bit, and I wouldn't. Yeah, if we're talking about a flight attendant, who gives a shit? Are there any flight attendants in the chat right now?
That's some wisdom there.
That's kind of like a snack that comes with the flight. Like, they're going to bring you peanuts if everything goes good, but if everything doesn't go good, they're the peanuts.
In-flight snack.
Yeah, exactly. They're the side of the mountain snack. No question. Also, most flight attendants you could probably overpower.
Wowee, that's real powerful. And you know what freaks me out? I remember my Aunt Connie, and she one time said, "You're so cute, Wiki. I want to eat you up." It kind of made me freaked out.
That's chilling. That is absolutely chilling to me. Mr. Defoe, 86% of cannibalism cases involve a family member, and this is just the cases that are reported.
Wowee, that's a wow one.
Wiki, take me into that moment. Your aunt said that you were so cute that she would eat you. Talk to me a little bit. Take me into that moment. What were you doing beforehand that prompted this response from your aunt?
Well, we were at Christmas time, and we were opening presents, and she got me a little doggy, I think, and I looked up at her real cute, I guess. I kind of have plump little cheeks, and I looked up at her, and I smiled real big, and she looked at me, and it looked kind of evil. looked kind of evil of the way she came at me. She looked down and she clenched her teeth and squinted her eyes and took her fingers in pinching motions. And went, you're so cute. I want to eat you up. And I was like, oh my God, I need to run. And I went to a frenzy. Took off underneath that Christmas tree and call. And Papa was one around trying to catch me. What's wrong, Wiki? She gonna eat me. She looked like she really want to take a bite.
And do you think in her heart that she would have done it?
At that moment, for sure. She looked hungry. She kind of big. She was kind of my big aunt. She kind of big.
She was a big woman, big appetite.
She's a big girl. She's a big girl. She looked like she could eat.
Big appetite, and you could, and sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes when people are physically larger.
She looked intimidating too.
Well, sometimes it's because they have a sort of passionate, indulgent appetite, and this could be for anything, not just food, not just caloric intake. It could be for experience, a person, hobbies, whatever. These things are sort of just like compulsive at some point with certain. I've known several fat people like this, and it's inspiring, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But to see that, to imagine that kind of soul setting its eyes on you in such an early age, Wiki, I can't help but think that this is maybe a formative, traumatic experience for you.
I think it kind of went. It was traumatic, probably in a weird way, because I did write a song about it later on called "Eat You Up," and maybe it turned kind of sexual. I don't know. Maybe it's one of them Freudian things or one of them weirdo things that those high philosophers talk about.
But honestly, that's where some of the juiciest fruit comes from. Is that very that sort of wild subconscious or unconscious soil of the mind. You can call it Freudian. We can call it religious. We can call it whatever we want. But we know that it's wild. And it cannot be tamed. And some of us, like you, Wiki, are able to sort of tolerate coexistence and harness it to a certain extent. Now, I know I don't speak just for myself. Well, before that, Ain't No Prophet, 100 bits. Thank you for those bits, but also a perspective I can't wait to read. Humans are over 70% water. What can be juicier? That's a good question. That's a really good question, Ain't No Prophet. I appreciate you sharing that with everybody. That is something that everybody should be thinking about. Because that is part of the temptation of eating human meat. Now, Wiki.
Yes, I meant to go.
I know I'm not just speaking for myself. When I ask you, would you feel comfortable sharing this song inspired by your aunt's threat to eat you?
Yeah, I could do that one called "Eat You Up."
I would love to hear it. I already turned off the music. How about this? Whenever you're ready.
All right, it go. Wow, wicka wicka wow now, wow no 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 wow 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 wicka wicka wow 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 no wow 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 wicka wicka wow wow. Every time I look at you, wow, 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 my mouth starts to sour. Hey, hey, every single part of you. Ooh, look like a meal I want to taste. Hey, hey, I want to prop you up. I want to put you on my plate. Hey, hey, I want to gobble it up. Oh, all those flavors in my face. Hey, hey, girl, I want to eat you up. Just go while we pop. I know you taste like candy. Wow, I want you down with a glass of brandy. Ooh, I want to eat you up. You fill me up, you with a buttercup. Oh, your donuts so crazy. Make me go crazy. Do, do, do. Girl, I want to eat you up. I want to consume your love white gravy. I want to eat you up. No, no, no. No. And that's the first verse.
Wow. Wow. That was amazing. Everybody, please, can we do some emotes and some clapping and some fun in the chat right now for Wiki Wiva's song, Eat You Up. Also, undeniably horny. Undeniably horny. It's not a rare, it's not a common thing. It is a rare thing that we see Wiki explore his sexuality as, directly sort of confronting this animal beast inside of him. And it's such a fun thing to know that it's really about a member of your family.
Yeah, that went kind of sexual. I think it went real sexual.
Oh, yeah, big time. That was extremely sexual.
I'm so sorry.
No,
I didn't mean go too
Wiki.
sexual on the crowd.
Time out. You do not apologize. You share what's in your heart. You share what's in your mind. You have too finely tuned of a gift, too blazingly hot of a talent to be apologizing for sharing and blossoming for us. Nindy knew Wiki's beautiful arias calm all of the haters. Namaste. And I couldn't agree with that more. I think, if anyone was causing trouble in the chat, certainly they were soothed like a wild Mustang at the sound of your voice.
It's because the program worked. I was messed up I was out whacking the boners out back before I ever joined the rock and roll band. So it's the program. It's all dedicated to this program here that everybody can be a part of. You just got to want it. You got to want to be able to push through that suffering and push through that pain and find your true self. And then you grind yourself down to that little stone, you'll find that little glimmer of hope. It's something special about getting grinded down. And once you get grinded down, you find the true stone. And the guru is good at that. He'll chip away until you become a diamond in the rough.
We'll get rid of all that rough. You'll be a diamond.
Yep, you just grind that rock down.
Oh, namaste to you, Wiki. Truly a treat to spend time with you tonight. Thank you for sharing so much and having such a song so almost custom made for this stream. But Lord knows you couldn't and wouldn't do that. You're a wild soul, a wild heart. But I thank you for always having such pertinent insight for our topics of exploration.
I appreciate you. Thank you, Guru. I love you, chat. Keep going with the program. Namaste, everybody.
Namaste. Namaste, Wiki. Wonderful. I love that. I loved that. I loved every second of that. I did. I loved every second of that. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Mish.
Mish, my temporary roommate Mish, calling into the program. Great to have you on the program again, Mish. How you doing tonight?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm on cloud 9 or cloud 911 as I say sometimes.
Hell yeah.
So listen, Mish, first of all, how's Mish tonight? How's Mish feeling? How's Mish doing?
Good. I drank a Red Bull.
Okay, that's fun. I love Red Bull, so you're feeling a little hyper.
So hyper.
Are you feeling hyper? That's fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a poll going. Have you ever felt hyper?
I hope the answer is yes.
Wait, somebody, I can't see the chat, but who just gifted a bunch of subs?
MD Fatter.
MD Fat, Medical Doctor Fat Cocker is what I'm going to think that says.
Okay.
Namaste to you, Medical Doctor Fat Cocker. Great to have you. This is extremely generous of you. I have no idea how many subs you just gifted, but bless your soul, bless your heart. Extra namastes to you tonight. You are blossoming before us. Sweet explorer, my sweet child, my sweet soldier, bless you.
Love you.
Love you. Bless you. All right, I'm getting a poll going. Have you ever felt hyper? Okay, and Mish, so you're drinking a Red Bull, you're feeling zizzed up. What kind of thoughts are you having?
I'm mostly just clean. My thought was on cleaning and cannibalism.
Do you think about cleaning? Is that common that you think about eating human meat while cleaning?
No, I was just watching the program while I was cleaning. So it got me thinking, you know?
So you had some space to think. Now, guys, I know I got real hard on you a second ago. I want you to know that I'm pushing you to grow. I'm pushing you to blossom. I'm pushing you to reach that next level. If I was not doing that and getting angry with you when you don't participate in the polls, then I wouldn't be doing my job. I'd be harming you. I'd be harming you knowing how close you are to that next level and letting you sit there. Letting you not just push that button. Letting you not interact with the polls. I would be hurting you. I would do better to punch you in the fucking throat right now. Just punch you in the softness of your throat. That would be nicer than not pushing you to the next level, knowing how close each of you are. So go ahead and participate in this poll. Have you ever felt hyper? Yes and no. Mish, so you're cleaning, you're bored. I'm just kind of getting your mindset. You're cleaning, you're bored, and you're thinking about cannibalism. Talk to me about that. A couple more seconds if you felt hyper. Talk to me about that.
It made me think of, remember that cop that was on like a cannibalism fetish forum, like role-playing with someone, and he had a really funny username, like Girl Eater, like 69 or some shit. I don't remember the exact name, but it was something like that.
Is this something you saw?
Yeah, it's like it happened, I don't know, like 10 years ago.
Oh,
maybe.
okay. This sounds familiar, yes.
He got fired. He didn't even eat anybody.
Oh, that's bullshit. Oh, I do remember that. He was a cop.
Yeah, his wife saw his, like, I don't know. He
That's
left
horse
it up.
shit. And if
No.
yeah, I remember that, dude. In my opinion, if it's consensual, cannibalism should be legal, says GP Barron.
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree with that. I 100% agree with that. No question.
Yeah, I think it's chill. There was, like, that German guy who, like, met another dude and they did consensual cannibalism.
We're in a hype train. That's fucking crazy. That's wonderful. Thank you for Medical Doctor Fat Cocker. Thank you for kicking off a hype train for us tonight with all those fucking subs. Bless you. Namaste to you. And thank you for all the bits and shit. And it's so fun to be on a hype train. I feel like I'm on a train going through the countryside. I'm watching branches go by very quickly. It's like, whee! That's what I feel like. And also, me, so what's your take on this situation? We have Girl Eater 42069 getting kicked off the force. How do you feel about that when you hear about it?
It's just doing a weird fetish.
Hold on, shut up for a second. An affirmation for women. Ladies, it's okay to want to be eaten. Like, I know I've been talking a lot about how good it is to want to eat people, and that's fine. And you know I know that. You know I think that. But listen, if you're a lady out there and you want to be eaten, I want you to know old Uncle Leslie says that it's good and fine. All right? Stop beating yourself up. Lord knows the world does that enough by cursing you with the period. So if you want to be eaten a little bit, give yourself a fucking treat. Take yourself to Dairy Queen. Get yourself a dilly bar. Let somebody eat a piece of your calf. Mish, continue.
I just think that if role playing on a fetish site is the worst thing that a cop did, probably fine. Cops do way worse shit.
I know.
And stay employed.
It's not homophobic, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like they were kink shaming him.
Yeah, kink shaming him, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's the word. Yeah.
Out of a job. I have a vor kink. Are you familiar with vor? Yes. I'm so happy for you.
MD Fat Conquer, yes, exactly what we're talking about. You were in the right space tonight. Go ahead and share any little stories you want in the chat, and I might not catch it. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes the chat goes by very fast, and I'm kind of retarded. I'm dealing with dictation software right now. It reads me the chat because I can't read. I don't know how to read. That was on purpose, so I can't guarantee that I'm going to meet this. But so you think it was wrong?
I think cannibal cops chill. Also, Nindinu brought up those German guys that met up on a cannibal forum.
Yep.
And one of them did die and got his pee-pee cut off so the other guy could eat it. And it turned out that the penis is a very tough thing to try and eat, so the guy couldn't even eat the penis. And I think that is honestly like really rude of him. Be like, oh, this is too tough, and like spit it out.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Like you gotta, it's like when someone cooks for you and you don't really like it, but you eat it anyway.
Yeah, for sure. You got to eat. Yeah, you got like if somebody makes you meatloaf and you don't want meatloaf, you got to eat meatloaf.
Yeah, I hate meatloaf, but if someone made it for me, I would eat it.
Ninja News says food waste is an international problem. Apparently,
yeah, you can't waste that cut of meat.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, and also does everybody have like pounds and pounds of human meat laying around? No. You don't get to be a picky little bitch about what kind of pieces of the animal you're eating.
And people eat a bunch of weird parts of animals all the time. You're telling me you don't know how to properly cook a dick?
Oh, 100%. I mean,
people eat stuff that shouldn't even be eaten a lot of the time.
Yeah, talk to me. What shouldn't be eaten?
I don't know. I went to a fancy like Japanese restaurant because my friend won a bunch of gift cards to it. They had like $250 in gift cards.
Stone Monster says, heard you rally got to pound that tube steak to get it tender.
Correct.
Sorry, continue with your story.
I went to like a fancy Japanese restaurant with a friend who just stockpiled gift cards they kept winning for it. Otherwise, there's no way we could have afforded to go. You know, you can just buy single pieces of sushi, like fish on rice or whatever.
Right.
They had one that was, it said it was bark from a, like, 1,200-year-old elm tree, cedar tree, some kind of tree. And something about that was wrong to me.
I mean, that's probably why it was so such high value.
Yeah, it was like $24 for a single piece. It was fucking stupid.
So that's crazy. I mean, that's exactly the same kind of logic that like people like those celebrity parties where they eat kids and shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's exactly the kind of thing. It's like the ultimate transgression. It's the ultimate indulgence. It's like this. It's such a sense of power. And if you have that, like, if you're that empty and you've traveled that far along that line, and you're just kind of addicted to that sense of like power and indulgence, I'll bet eating that bark, like, I'll bet you bust.
Probably. Or like there's like blood sausage, but it tastes good. But who was the first one to think of eating blood?
Oh, we have a psychic emergency coming in.
Is it gonna break the stream?
It hasn't yet.
Ooh.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS.
All right.
We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Nindinu to issue a psychic emergency, Cheer 300. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Just saying hi. Just a general emergency, a general get your blood rate up, general get that heart going, blood pressure, heart rate up. Thank you, Nindinu. We need that. We need exactly that sometimes. We need someone to scare us, make us afraid, make us feel out of control, and I appreciate that energy and bless you and namaste to you. So can you imagine a part of you that would get off on that level of indulgence, Mish, or is that something that that is just so crazy that you wouldn't be there if you had 1,000 years?
I mean, it mostly just seems stupid.
A donation from MD Fat Cocker Namaste to you, and bless you for that donation, going directly into the compound fund. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Mish. I just wanted to make sure I thanked medical doctor Fat Cockring for the donation. Namaste to you and bless you. We're definitely going to be breaking ground on a compound. Hopefully, we've got a real estate agent on the line to maybe help us find a spot, but we'll see. It's a hard thing to find. Continue, Mish. I apologize.
I think it just sounds stupid, but I mean, I can't afford things like that. It's like when you see videos of people at Michelin star restaurants that have like mushroom and lamb blood foam that you like eat with an elephant tusk or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And your bill is like $700.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
just like a bunch of stupid little science projects. Or there's that one Michelin star restaurant I keep seeing videos of where you eat something off of a mold shaped like the chef's tongue. And I fucking hate that. I would never go, even if I could afford it. Because I feel like that chef just has a weird sexual thing happening.
I was gonna say that's some like deep sexual narcissistic weird shit.
Yeah, and I hate that, and I hate the idea of like science project meals. Just fucking stop.
It'd be crazy to just like make a mold of your dick or pussy and just make everybody eat it.
Yeah, and then some like rich person with a foodie Instagram account can be like, the notes of eating like this was so much better because this utensil really brought out all the flavors, and the profile was just absolutely beautiful, and the way it hit your tongue was in the perfect order. And they don't actually know anything; they're just saying shit, like how people talk.
Those people in particular they need this program. Desperate need of exactly this program. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah. Rich people need this program so they can just like learn how to shut the fuck up.
They are the most desperately in need, and also on some level desperately want to be cucked.
Yeah.
By the universe. They are looking like a toddler trying to figure out what bad word is going to get me in trouble and what bad word is safe. Can I say crap? Can I say sucks?
N-log. N-log.
Oh, N-log's here? Is N-log here? N-log! What's up, N-log? Namaste to you. Everybody say and namaste to N-log. Hello, namaste. Wonderful. I'm going to do a quick shout out for N-log. Not like she needs it. But very fun stream. Very fun streamer. Namaste, Nlog. If you don't follow Nlog yet, go goddamn hit that button. What the fuck are you doing? Namaste to you. Bless you and thank you for your warmth here. Bless you. I celebrate your warmth tonight. And we're speaking with Mish on the phone right now about how rich people are in a state of desperation to be cucked by the universe. They seek out limits like a toddler seeking out what parental boundaries. And I'm sorry, Mish, go ahead and say what you were going to say.
Yeah, I think that's why they're like eating kids. Everyone says it's like a satanic thing, but the devil's not real. So we can scratch that off,
Mm-hmm. Yep. If that's on your list, scratch it out.
Scratch it out. It's not satanic. It's just some really bored rich people shit. They it's basically a Renaissance fair where they're LARPing, but they actually kill a kid.
It really is.
They wear little LARPing outfits for funsies.
Completely divorced from any genuine human spirit, they seek out the edge of the woods. They seek out the unknown, and they, as a toddler seeks out boundaries, and sometimes gets hit by a car. Sometimes these rich people, they start eating and having sex with children at their little parties with Vince Vaughn and whoever else, and they never get hit by the car that they need to get hit by.
Yeah, they just need to die. And I wouldn't be opposed to eating human meat, though.
Yeah, me neither. No, I would. That's the thing. They're on some shit, right? They're on some stuff. Sometimes they're eating this really rare fucking bird thing from an island I've never heard of, and it's like they're right to be doing that. That does rock.
Yeah, and you get to pretend that it tastes better than whatever bird normal people eat, because no one's ever going to be able to afford that,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if I lost a limb, I would definitely try to keep it and fry it up.
Interesting. I think that's a good final poll question. I'm going to get it going. Would you eat yourself?
Hell yeah.
Would you eat your own meat? Hold on 1 second.
Eat your own meat. I knew a girl in high school that she's still vegan. She's probably been vegan for 20 years now.
Nindy New hitting us with 100 bits. Namaste. The poll is up. Go ahead and do it. But Nindy New saying, I know where I've been. Pass. So Nindy New says that eating Nindy New would be like eating, some people think about eating like pork. They're disgusting animals and mud and shit. You shouldn't eat it, but I would eat you if it's any consolation. Would you eat your own meat? Hell yeah. No way, Jose. Go ahead and click on the goddamn buttons, all right? Don't make me pull the belt out again. I didn't like having to get that angry with all of you. Go ahead and tell me this story about this girl from school, though. Continue.
This girl that I went to high school with got that little hole punch out of her ear. I forgot what it's called.
A gauge?
It's just no, it's in the ear more. It's not on the lobe.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she had been vegan for 10 years, and she ate it. So that was probably the only meat she's had in 20 years is her own ear.
Interesting. So she ate her own meat.
Just a little morsel.
So interesting. Okay.
It was really and unpleasant, but I think it's probably because it was cartilage,
How did it make you feel to watch her do that?
I didn't watch her do it. She just.
Oh, you just heard. Okay, but you know her. And a couple seconds left. Would you eat your own meat? Looking at a tie. We have about 80,000 people watching this stream right now, and you're telling me that we could get only 20 people out for the poll? I'm sorry, lurkers, what are you doing? I need you. Not every stream needs its lurkers the way this stream needs its lurkers, okay? We need the lurkers to, when the storms get rocky, when we need hands on goddamn deck. Stone Monster, what about finger nibblers? Does that count? Yeah, that counts. I like that. I'm going to be honest with you. I like that.
What do you think the closest thing to human meat is? I've heard pork,
and a guided
but
meditation coming in from Mr. Defo. I'm going to need some meditation to calm down from this. Okay, and this will be kind of, well, this will be like the end. You look at your hands. Familiar. Safe. There's a deep lust in you that's been knocking on the door of your mind since you can remember. You used to bite your fingernails down to the cuticle. Your stepmom would say, "Stop doing that, you filthy little pig. You filthy little pig bitch, I hate you." These words ring through your head. But now they are met in equal measure by a deep lust, now yearning to break free. You look at your hands again. Safe, familiar. But this time, you're ready for a new vanguard. You take one fucking pinky, stick it in your mouth. Just one. You rip that shit off, swallow it, and you bust, and you come in your pants. And a communal vision from P-Chops. I think a good brand name for human meat would be Folksburgers.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good, not great.
Folksburgers.
Folksburgers. You know, I've heard the word folks too many times to ever, like, branding-wise, P-Chops, if I can give you a note, P-Chops, P-Chops, it would be just purely branding-wise, the word folks makes, it's like listening to, I don't know.
How about Peoplebergs?
Huh?
Peoplebergs.
What was that?
Peoplebergs.
Peepo-pers?
Bergs.
Peepo-bergs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people on the computer.
I can imagine like a cute little Japanese place called that. Maybe with those things that go by on the track.
Like a rotary sushi place?
Yeah, some shit like that. And they call it Peoplebergs, and it's just like cute little uwu, Japanese staff bringing you little human meats.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's exactly what I'm saying, yeah. That's what I think.
A loop of that, what's her name? Cherry Crush TV, the little Tamagotchi girl on TikTok.
Uh-huh.
And it's just a loop of her going, "Burgers, yum! Home, home, home."
And Cherry, is that the white girl?
She's a cat girl, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I prefer her, to be honest, and it's not a racial thing. That'd be funny to be racist about those characters, though. Just like be foaming at the mouth like white supremacists about the AI TikTok girls.
They're making so much money.
I know.
Shout out.
And not the right ones. The pure blood AI characters need the most money. Namaste. Well, let's get a nice credits going, guys. We did it. We did another stream. Mish, you've been our final caller. We absolutely crushed it tonight. We talked about cannibalism. We did the fucking Mish, how do you feel about tonight's stream?
I think cannibalism is ethical and important now.
Ethical and important. Ethical and important. Namaste to you guys.
It doesn't matter if it's a life or death situation. It's just fine no matter what.
I love I love what you just said. I didn't hear a goddamn thing that you just said, but I loved the vibe of it, and that was the most important thing. And thank you so much for joining us for the final call, Mish. This has been Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. We'll definitely be back next Tuesday. We might be back Saturday. We'll see. Sometimes I get locked outside, and that's that. But maybe Saturday. Join the Discord, the Twitter, the Instagram, all that shit below. Also, if you're interested in just beginning the final journey, you may do so at patreon.com. The community of devoted light awaits you. Namaste. Exclusive videos, music downloads, postcards, all sorts of shit. Anything else you want to share before we go tonight, Mish?
Yeah, unfollow, stop subscribing.
No, don't. That's
don't
not.
Tune in.
Mish, that's not
Just
the vibe. Stop. Okay.
Just stop looking at the screen.
Do not. This is not what I was. I didn't want you to say this stuff.
Have a good day.
Okay, stop that. Shut up. Okay, goodbye, everyone. Maybe Saturday. Just we'll let you know. Namaste. But either way, Mish, stop it. Shut up.
Leslie Tanner sucks cocks in hell.
200 meters.
All right, we did it.
100 meters.
Yay!
The Trench.
We did it. Yay!
Now playing only in theaters.
Bye.
Oh my
Bye.
God. Very